Sorry.
Wait, no, Sean, you can't say that.
Damn it, too late.
But yeah, the party finds themselves in Glendora, this city that is heavily cursed by strange omens. The glyphs that would have normally protected the city are now bearing the stories of coming dark omens of coming to the land in Ashland, and we find that it is your group, and specifically Makeda, who has the power bestowed upon her by Anansi
Thulsa Doom.
and Thulsa Doom, as she likes to call him, and who has allowed her to lift this curse through the power of her like scholarship and stories, which she's found a way each time to kind of deliver these rites that lift the curse in certain parts of the city. And so there's been a conversation, but at the same time, they know that this priest, Amon Tashur, is kind of become dark. It's kind of tainted by demonic power. And he's the only one, because one of the, the starting curse of this is that people begin to lose the ability to read their ancient texts, forgetting their histories. Iman was the only one who's able to read from a dark book of power, the only book that was actually able to reveal itself to him, and he therefore saw salvation in that book, and it has only brought great darkness to the realm. And so systematically, this group has been, unlocking and lifting, dispelling, these dark spells, and now they find themselves in a very important decision to make, which I think they have made, which is they find that there is what am I trying to say? The eclipse is nigh, and the moon will go dark, and when this happens, Iman, whatever his dark ritual, whatever he's trying to complete, will be completed. In addition, there seems to be something else happening in Daru, very similar, where the princess is set to be killed. The group can't really worry about that as much as they have to worry about the salvation of this current city, but they're unlocking these things, and they realize they either need to go directly to where Tashur is, where the priest is, or spend a little bit more time taking in one of the glyphs and lifting it. And the positive part of them lifting the glyphs is that it's been taking the curse, lifting the curse, and then people who are under this condition where they become like husks, where they're like almost soulless, those people are coming back to themselves. Now, as they do, they clear the streets, but that's good for you as it leaves the city open. The only thing about the kind of the decision that need to be made is that time is of the essence, and the group need to decide after a really long, tough battle if they were going to kind of take a short rest, and get back in the fight, or if they were going to take a full long rest before going directly after the priest. If I'm not mistaken, they decided they're going to hit that last. They're going to take a short rest, hit the glyph, and then hit the castle where the priest resides. They have since meeting the travelers that are with them. They've also met and now have the help of the matron guard, Amala Daro, who is essentially a sword maiden, and so someone who's technical with a blade, in addition to Dakarai's heavy axe. So they've got a few heavy hitters, and then they've got a couple bone fingers left that they've been able to snap, and turns them into kind of hyenas. So that's kind of where we find ourselves after that last battle, where they were at the church and they killed the gargoyles, and thankfully somehow Ashton and
somehow by their skill,
actually Kazan made it through
and ability,
made it back, and are safe with the group. So to the after clearing this next session, it would be like to the castle's library they go. Anybody want to add anything to that, or that's kind of where I recall this all being?
Yeah, I'm hurt as fuck. So are we taking that rest?
Taking that stretch rest? Okay.
I believe so. Although you're gonna need to explain to me again how stretch rests work in this game.
Okay. Super simple. Yep. Stretch rest is a 15-minute breather. The best way to maximize a stretch, when you know that you need to really maximize and you're not going to go for a long rest, which I don't know if any of you did last game, you can do a round rest once per long rest. A round rest can only be done in combat though, but it's one of the only ways to get some willpower back before you do a stretch rest, which will allow you to get some more willpower back. So if you're trying to get,
I did a round rest last time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if your boy don't get a rest, your boy gonna die.
Yeah, so you're gonna get. So here's what you're gonna get for a stretch rest. You're gonna get 1d6 willpower. You're gonna get 1d6 hit points. That's it, and then you're gonna clear one condition. You can clear an extra condition. That's it. That's the thing about the stretches. Yep, and you can clear an extra, and you can use any potions, or someone can use healing abilities, of course.
Wait, we got 1d6 for willpower and what? For
and 1d6 for 1d6 willpower, 1d6 hit points.
Can it not be a d8?
It cannot.
How about a d10? I'll settle for a d12, Malcolm.
How hurt is everyone?
Very.
bro, I'm at 3 hit points.
I am at 9.
I'm strangely okay.
Yeah, tower group is fine. It's the gargoyle smashing club that got absolutely wrecked.
Absolutely jumped.
Yeah.
And also Ashton, whose brittle old man bones bounced off of the ground.
They will also be they can clear an extra condition also if you are to role play shortly using your memento and how you're using the memento and and that can clear an extra condition, and you can decide what that is through role play. That would be your stretch rest if you decide to take that. If you go for a long rest, you're going for a 4 to 6 hour stretch,
Time.
and which I think I'm gonna say that you had the time, you would just be running on when you came off of it, you'd probably need to go directly to the castle if you took the long rest.
Because here's also what I can do. If I roll high enough on my willpower, I could do a prayer of healing for someone who needs extra healing if anyone doesn't roll high enough on their hit die roll. Anyone being Sean. Okay.
So the prayer of
15.
healing only heals one person. It only heals one though, right? Yeah. So you would just do it for that person and then.
And if I fuck it up, we're gonna heal an enemy, which I don't think will be an issue because they're not. We don't have any around here.
I mean, Ashton could do a medicine check to heal someone a d6.
What kind of necromancer can't heal?
You actually can't. You can't do
your healing is all post mortem.
Healing checks can only be made for a character making a death roll. That's the only time you get that d6 back. So you can't use healing when someone just has like 2 hit points and you just want to boost them. That's not. They have to be down when you make that healing check. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you could heal as pretty much I don't get the benefit of the rest because I'm healing someone else.
Oh, in a stretch rest, if you were to try to heal, yes, if that's how, yes, you can do that. If you don't get, yes, but you won't get the benefit of the.
So who wants to not get the benefits of the rest?
Yes, that you can do. I thought you.
Yeah, I'm at 16 hit points out of 21 and 17, or no, 16 willpower out of 21 and 17 HP out of 20. So.
Okay, Grandpa, help us.
You can only help one person in that time, so Kazan could try to help another. That just means that's how you could do it, and that would give you an extra if they both succeed on whoever they're working on or helping. Those people get an extra D6, and then they would basically just be passing their D6 to someone else.
Well, good, because I rolled like shit on my willpower, so I only have the willpower of. I only have 3 willpower, so I only have enough willpower for one thing. So I don't know if we want to save that for the big fight.
Rolled a 4 for my healing check, which is good because it's a 16. And then do I roll the amount, or does Jumbie roll the amount?
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. I usually don't. I usually leave it up to the players to decide that. I don't know off the top without looking in the book, but I'll say y'all can decide that. I mean, you can leave it to Jumbie for.
Zahn, do you want to help me with healing?
So Jumbie, now you are going to get 2d6 instead of 1d6 healing during this stretch rest.
Oh, okay. So I already rolled my d6. So I just got to roll another one.
You're gonna roll another one, yep. And then you're gonna roll one for willpower.
I rolled one for willpower, yeah. 4. All right. All right.
And then for the rest, because Makeda has a lot of conditions right now, Makeda is going to, for solving the scared condition.
Oh, I'm clearing scared too, yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna clear angry, because I'm exhausted, I'm sickly, I'm angry, I'm scared.
Jeez.
I'm gonna just clear angry as part of the rest. That the fire goes out of Makeda's veins, the adrenaline rage of breaking that finger bone fades away. But then she is going to kind of take a deep breath, and with her memento, her barrel stone glasses, she's gonna take the time sitting, kind of getting her breath back, is gonna polish those, do the and take out the special like doeskin wipe that she has for them, and get those cleaned up and like secured back on her face to kind of tell herself like, it's okay, you're good, you're fine. The whole group made it out. We've made it out of other, sticky situations before. There's no need to be scared. Just another day as part of the hyena fam plus Grandpa.
Malcolm, how do I clear that 2? Because I have a semi-permanent willpower of -2. How do I clear that? Was that because I was scared?
That negative willpower?
Because you killed a husk.
Killed a husk. Yeah.
How do I clear that though?
When the
curse is lifted.
When this whole curse is lifted, you'll clear that.
Okay.
Basically, when this particular arc is complete, or adventure.
When we get out of here.
All right. So how's everyone? So where's Kazan? Where is your hit points and willpower right now?
I'm showing on alchemy that I'm full. Is that possible from last game?
It is.
You were getting out of there. Yeah,
Probably,
I was mostly running, wasn't I?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're armored now, Mr. Golden Plate over here.
I'm a golden boy.
And then, so where does it put you, Jumbie and Makeda? Where are you at?
I'm up to 12 out of a possible 16 for hit points. But I only rolled a 2 for my willpower, so I'm up to 3 willpower.
Jeez.
Which is enough for me to do one thing.
That's crazy. Yeah. They're in a tough situation.
And I'm exhausted and I'm sickly.
And so after taking that 15 minutes, I also did I did a stretch rest for the NPCs, so you should be able to, if you have clear access to them on, you should see that they're like, Camila is at, she's 13 and 16 willpower, so she's good. They're all pretty good. Dakarai 16 and 12. And the matron is 18 and 14.
She had a health potion on her, no?
She did. It was either her or
Could
yeah.
could we persuade her to part with it, perhaps? If we charmed her with our wily and
I think you already convinced her because she said, "Here, take it, whatever it takes to get this."
grab.
I won't fight it. Yeah, I don't even have an issue with you taking. She'll hand that over.
Little hyena paw snatches it out of her hand and scurries away.
Who's gonna consume it?
I'm not gonna consume it now. I'm gonna hold on to this shit.
Okay.
This is going in the pocket. This is going in the utility belt.
Okay.
Oh my god. So cute.
Let me see something.
You're taking a picture. That better go to Discord.
Ew. My new room has like full length mirrors on the closet doors. Which is a trip, but Goose is like asleep in front of it, so you can see two of him. And he's so cute. Into the chat.
Let me see if I have.
Ignore the Trader Joe's bag full of books that I need to donate. A child. Spotted.
I don't know him.
A child has snuck into your house, Ohan. Quick, don't look now.
I gotta burn the whole place down now. Kill it with fire.
During the
You know that they say kids, they survive anything.
Oh god, it's terrible.
We have to nuke from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. It's the only way to be sure.
I'm gonna just sings a very traditional song while tapping on her chainmail and humming it and kind of singing it in an ancient Cambrian tongue that everyone doesn't recognize, but she sings the song. It does kind of warm you, it does kind of inspire you all, so for that 5 minutes that it's sung, it's going to count as a stretch song, and the stretch song, anyone within 30 feet will receive an extra d6 willpower.
Ooh. Yay. Malcolm's real scared for us with how low our willpower got.
I don't need willpower. I need hit points. I mean, I'll take the willpower though. So let's listen.
Where's your hit points? Is how much out of what?
12 out of 23.
Oh yeah, you're in trouble too.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, wait, can't you have an ability for that? Or is it you take someone's willpower, or you give someone no, maybe it's you give people willpower. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I can give people willpower. I forget which one that is. But I don't get willpower.
Alright, so you're gonna be Ashton's mana battery.
Yeah,
Cool.
transfer, right? I can steal willpower from somebody else. From other creatures.
So when we meet up with this priest guy, you can always get hands on him and zoop.
That's true. That's a good point. I need the hit points, not the willpower though. Willpower.
What hit points are you at?
12.
Out of
23.
I just realized I am not sharing sound.
Okay. Do you want? I got a little bit more willpower. I'll do. Here, hearing Jumbi whinge, Makeda will. We're hiding out. We're hunkered down in this sanctuary. Makeda will scratch a hole into the ground near the door frame, and she will bury a coin for Eshu, and she will do a prayer of healing for Jumbi.
Why are your hands so hot when they touch me? That's weird.
What?
It's so weird, Makeda.
No. I was
hell
is
yeah.
there life in there?
Prayer of healing. You get 3d6 of healing.
Oh shit! There
Oh,
we go.
wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome.
Prayer of healing.
Gee, somebody was holding out.
Do I gotta roll it or you roll it?
I'm rolling, but I'm not
Okay.
holding out. This takes 3 willpower, so this takes.
And you
like,
only
half of
have
my
like
current
half the
willpower.
current willpower, yeah.
Yeah, so I can do it once more when we're in battle, or I can evade. So or do fast footwork. But also the caveat with this prayer is also that if I fail it, then it will heal our enemies like even more, like a D10 or a D8.
Oh, what the
You know,
fuck?
3D10 it will heal our enemies if I fuck this up during combat.
Wow, that is not a very good spell.
As she was fickle.
Not when you're fighting with people.
5 plus 6 plus 2, 11, 13. hit
Oh
points for you, sir.
yeah.
Are you
There,
good
are you
now?
happy now? Are you feeling better?
Very happy.
Took a whole health bar right there.
And because of that extra D6, Ashton is at full willpower.
Alright.
Use that to protect us, Grandpa.
He can protect you by killing the enemy. Preventative medicine.
Kill.
Preventative medicine.
Pharmacist. Kill the enemy, Grandpa. Grandpa, go.
Hey,
Happy,
that's why
go
I
forth.
learned in
Kill
Corpus School.
Kill our
The
enemies.
best medicine a corpsman can provide is suppressing fire.
Love that.
In this way, Ashton's kind of like we call him inoculation because he prevents us from getting killed by people.
So whenever you all are ready, we can kick off again.
You guys drinking?
Not tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not, unfortunately.
When I
Modelo
moved,
is-
Modelo. When I moved, I thought, what do you do for friends who move you out of a 4th floor apartment?
Beer
You
and
buy them
pizza.
pizza and you buy them beer.
Absolutely.
I bought a whole pack of beer from Costco, and my friends helped me move. And then, because I'm surrounded by uncool nerds, like no one drank any beer, so I have like a
So now you have
Costco
all-
flat. I have like a Costco flat. We're recording. I love you guys. Thank you for helping me move.
Just know that this is the last year that you can do that because 30 and up, don't nobody want no motherfucking pizza and beer, dog. Hire somebody. Don't call me to move nothing. Don't call me to move shit. I'm tired. My
It was
knees
good
hurt.
pizza. It was Costco beer, but it was good
You know
pizza.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're fine. You're still in the bracket where the friends show up.
I had a
and-
couple
and
months
do it.
left.
Yeah.
And,
A couple
uh,
months ago.
and then
Well,
you-
now,
30,
but
30
now
and
my
above, forget it.
But now my fridge looks like, again, like I'm an alcoholic because it's like my can sorter is full of Modelo with cans of Modelo stacked on top, and the doors for a Modelo. There's
I want to drink. I don't know if I got the energy. I got to fall asleep. I'm trying to fall asleep.
don't. We're about to do a boss fight.
I know, yeah. I need my faculty.
Your full-time faculty, Sean. Your tenured faculty.
and you all can
Right,
hear
right,
sound
yeah.
now. I think I just started sharing. It's like probably really light. Music.
Yeah, I can hear the music.
Cool. Just making sure.
Can I hear the music? Oh yeah, I can hear it. It's very faint.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Let's see. So, feeling a little apprehensive, but with an ominous song, trying to be motivated, and an issue actually like answering this prayer and it manifesting through this healing in Jumbi. These are good signs, good omens that slightly make them feel strong, more motivated and hopeful about what's to come. The party begins to make their way from the west, slowly but surely, to the eastern quadrant of the city. You all notice on your way here that on the way across, the sky is growing even like that dark hue of red, and as it grows darker, you can see that flash of the moon that is slowly dying, slowly being eclipsed. But you're able to manage it. You feel like you've got a time ahead of you. You got at least a few hours. And so that helps you stay motivated because you're ahead of the plan there. For this moment, everyone seems to be kind of quiet, deep in thought, just kind of staying, not, I keep saying motivate, but just like concentrating on the mission at hand, heads in the game, concentrating on the mission at hand. And so as they make it their way to this other side of the city, the streets narrow and into this section where you can where this like area of salt stone still lies, and there's this eastern wall, and it's an ancient wall, and it's etched with this like kind of just forgotten history and of Gondora, and that you can see the glyph at the far end as you approach, burning that deep red blood red, almost like smoking and misting. Every single one of these, except for the first one, has had something standing in your way. This wall is no different. And here you see 10 figures kind of lined up in front of the wall. And their hands are outstretched. And as you kind of stop to get a better image of who they are, and it seems like they might be wearing some type of backpacks with looks almost like organ pipes coming out the back, and you quickly realize as they turn to face you, kind of you hear they kind of click, you realize that they are humanoids, but they're not human at all. These bronzed clockwork human beings, humanoid like, and draped in like robes as though like almost like cultists, and what appears to be masks, because you realize are probably their faces. Hearing the clicking underneath, they begin to like resonate a tone or a sound through those iron masks, and as they kind of lift their head in unison, that sound that starts to come out, they sing not a melody or not necessarily a harmony, but a single sustained note. And as they do, it swells like an organ, like it's coming out of the pipes, it's coming out of their face. And it seems to mess with your minds, almost like it's kind of like dragging you into the abyss as you're trying to like fight it. All of you kind of immediately clutching at your ears. You can feel it vibrating in your bones. Your teeth almost chatter. It's more felt than heard. Everyone give me a Bane willpower check.
Ooh. I was gonna say, as we walk after getting our asses kicked by the gargoyles, Makeda is close behind Kazan, so that if Kazan ever stops walking suddenly, she bumps off the back of his armor.
Nice.
Oh shit.
You say Bane willpower?
Yep.
Oh wow! I'm so glad. That was like the one
The 16
thing I let go.
Please do good. Please do good.
I passed it.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
Oh, I passed it.
Nice.
Is Kazan's plate armor like vibrating, like you touch like a glass of water with a subwoofer right in front of it?
That's how I call you guys. I just start rubbing my armor and then
doing like theremin noises.
The subsonic frequency.
We invent electronica in defiance of these creatures.
And so everyone passed. So all of you pushing through, before your muscles can lock, before your breath can tighten, before vision can blur any further, you're able to kind of all dig deep. Maybe like the willpower inside of you pushing through, the blessings of Eshu, the blessings of Olorun and the other Orishas, and you stand your ground. You stand focused in front of these figures, and from there they seem frustrated and they halt the note. And then some of them kind of pull like blades and begin to prepare for battle. What do you do? And the glyph is right behind them.
How feasible would it be for me to try and sneak around to try and like dodge out of the way of the main action to get to the glyph? Like, are there pathways for me to potentially get around them to get to the glyph?
Not at the moment.
I feel like they're semi-circled, fighting
Yes.
in front of that thing.
that's a fair view of what they're doing.
Can I take? Is that how that works? That fast footwork.
They begin to start to march towards you all. You're right now about 60 feet away from you.
So I pat Kazan on the armored shoulder, and I say like, I'm just gonna try and get to the glyph as fast as I can. Handle them, distract them.
All right, okay.
They come into full dash.
Makeda dashes with the intention of dodging out of the way so that they pass her by with their speed. Like she lets their momentum carry them over her as she starts dashing right at them, planning to slide under.
And Kaz will rush loudly to try to get their attention.
So as Makeda rushes, she's ahead of Kaz, who's like right behind her, running to. She realized that first one that she's about to meet, she needs to dodge. Give me a baned evade check.
Why baned? Evade check. Where's my evade?
Because this thing's trying to hit you.
Rip. Well, I'm successful.
Nice.
Shwoo! Under its legs.
Right, and so as you, Makeda, as you like slide under its legs, and it twists and turns to look back at you. You go, sliding in between it. Kazan is right behind you, and you're really close to the wall as you kind of come standing up. And then, as you're standing there, kind of away, slightly parsed away from your group, you hear something roar, like in the distance behind, like beyond, maybe 100 feet away, 100 couple feet away. That is near the. I'm trying to put this up on my viewpoint. That's away from. That's like something is kind of roars out. It sounds large. It sounds big, and it kind of stops you in your tracks. And as they're running, your whole crew is about to lock up. Then you hear a roar, a different type of roar. The sound of a multitude of humans, humanoids banded together in unison as they're coming from behind you all. And as the Iron Choir kind of rushes into the fray of you, you all are backed by a number of citizens of the people that you freed, who have come, able-bodied, men and women who are brave and in taking this moment to fight back. And so before you know it, they're clashing with these kind of clockwork beings, and any other husks that surprise, that jump out of the woodworks, are locking up with the people. This creates a moment where you almost don't have to do any work. Kazan is like standing like, do I hit people or not? As people are being like moved away from you, as you're almost walking through the battlefield. There's this opening in the middle, almost like it splits like a C, where you can see Makeda standing there at the wall. And Makeda, as you stand there at the wall, you do have you have this moment amidst the clash of blades and screaming of metal and people and the humming of the mechanics to clear the curse, to finish the rites, and lift another part of the curse of Gondora. What do you do?
I tell, looking over her shoulder, kind of like fur on end from the roaring of these beasts that are closing in, maybe whatever is roaring, but seeing all the people kind of rise up, Makeda's a little cynical for all of her storytelling love. She doesn't believe that there is like that the stories can never really be as cool and as altruistic as they sometimes seem to be. But seeing this, she has a moment where she thinks to herself that, like, hey, this is actually, I wouldn't believe this if I was told that this happened, that the people banded together like this to defend like strangers who are risking their lives. So this story will be about kind of tying together, right, the people who surrounded Khalid in his forget whether us calling it a commune was us trying to be funny or
Sure.
a legitimate
And remember,
descriptor.
the people of Gondor are very fierce people. Like, even the average farmer would be trained in some kind of combat, in warfare. But yeah.
But Makeda's gonna tell a tale that combines their bravery with like, the devotion of the people around Khalid. That people want to believe in stories like this, and that's why the storytelling is so important. That is what's leading these people here. That is what's keeping the people with Khalid, and that is going to be what actually decides our fates here. So that's going to be the story that she tells to this room.
As she does this, going forward, every time she lifts a curse, it will count as a dispel. Basically, as though she was using a dispel magic scroll. Normally, she would give me a language check, but she can also give me a performance check. It is up to her. Language or performance, and let's see.
Language is a little bit better.
And
success.
All right.
I was about to get excited that this dice is rolling well, except this means I can't use this for my actual D&D game because it's actually rolling garbage.
So, the glyph on the wall begins to change. The red burning off. It begins to glow with like a very bright blue. As the people are fighting away, breaking up the tone has slowly begun to die as each one of those clockwork men has faltered. And there's a success, and Camilla's like, by God, you've done it again. And the people begin to kind of like, yeah, cheer, and kind of turning. The only thing left is the castle lying in the background, but then behind you, you hear that something. It's still far away. Unless you move now, if you were to turn on your heels and stand your ground with the people and see what's coming, you will meet this thing, or you leave it to the people to deal with, and you run, and go for the castle.
What do we think?
We gotta go to the castle.
Let's go to the castle.
Let the homies handle whatever that is.
This is for the people.
Party.
Yeah.
They're fierce. They're a fierce people.
Yeah.
Even
the people
even
are
the
turning
farmer,
their khopesh, their waves. Yeah, the pitchfork. And as they all kind of turn, they're like, go, go. Some of them shouting as you all begin to kind of briskly leave the scene. And as you get, like, you turn down in the alley, a couple different alleys, you hear something land hard. Boom! You see like a bunch of dust go up from like the Merchant Square, and you hear, you hear screaming, but you hear people also fighting back, and you just continue to move. Amala goes. She goes.
Of the people.
It can't be. And she goes, but wait, there's no time. As you rush, the Queen's Guardian. I've seen it move before. It's like it's gotten even bigger. He was twisted and deformed, almost like a dog in armor, a knight, contorted. But he sounds bigger than before. And as you rush forward, you find yourself on the castle steps, and the landing there, the two large doorways lie open. They're probably 8 foot wide, really heavy, kind of massive wooden doors that are lie open. It's kind of dark inside. As you kind of look around the steps, you can see that there are a couple of bodies strewn around, but they look like maybe some of them husks or people that fell in battle who are no longer husks, who are just like corpses.
Jumpy, resurrect them. Get some zombies, bro.
Jumpy,
How many are there though? Can I do that here?
Roll a d4.
Roll high. These are
Turn
what,
the
like 3
set
at once,
pieces
right?
into allies.
I rolled a 4.
So they're up to 4. I think your base. You have to look at your race skeleton spell.
Your spells. Look at your spells.
Let me see. Raise undead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raise undead. I can do 1 corpse per power level. So if I do it at 3, I can
Yeah.
raise 3 of them.
You can raise 3 of them. So you'd be 6 willpower to raise 3 skeletons.
I'm going to do that.
And then you
Would they
have
be skeletons or would they be zombies?
they'll be they're like kind of really tattered up old bodies, so they're gonna count as skeletons. Yeah.
Do they have?
They have some meat like but yeah, they're like your standard. They have a sword and a very small shield.
Noise.
Alright, so 6 willpower is gone. And I'm adding 3 skeletons. Sword and shield?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's an option. I think I only have dagger or sword in there.
Not sorry to interrupt the beautiful narration, though, but I want to live.
Dagger? Can I use dagger as sword?
Oh, I was done talking when I said those corpses. So
What is the damage on a sword versus a?
they would be the standard skeleton. I think has a short sword. It's going to be a D10, and the shield basically allows them to parry.
Okay, I will add skeleton swords to the list. Worry not. The spreadsheet master is here.
Should I delete? I can't delete the zombies and stuff that are already there that are dead, right?
Yes, you can, just by setting the health to them being
0. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They still take
So,
up
like-
a slot though, right?
Well, no, like you go from zombie, you do the drop down, and you can change that to skeleton. Change it to skeleton bow, and then you just change the hit points to what the hit points are gonna be over here.
What? Oh.
Let me do it. I got it.
Okay. All right.
Imagine me like smacking your hands away from the keyboard.
Yeah. I can see you in there, so I'm gonna mind my business and just watch.
Sword is a D10. As a question.
Sword.
for
Sorry,
you.
D10. Yes.
D10.
With no modifiers, because skeletons don't got muscle to be
Yeah.
strong.
So that's not. Yeah.
And swords.
And there's still 1 dagger skeleton left.
Yes.
No, it's a crossbow skeleton. The dagger.
Yeah,
skeleton
crossbow's
died.
left. Dagger died.
Yeah, dagger died. And the zombie died.
Or no. Crossbow was with us in the gargoyle pit, wasn't he?
No, crossbow. Wasn't the crossbow with these guys?
No, the dagger one was with us because you wanted the crossbow with you because it was the
Oh.
better one.
Oh, so you guys killed the wrong one on the sheet.
Sorry.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
he
I'm
just
gonna
picked
put-
up his crossbow, handed it to the dagger, and be like, "Here."
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up dagger and kill crossbow then.
And
Yeah,
then you're all
just give the
add-
crossbow to the dagger one.
So how many skeletons in total do you have? 3, 4?
4.
4.
4,
Okay.
yeah.
And then 1 with the crossbow. And then 3 with swords.
No.
One with the dagger. And 1 with...
The 3 I just raised with sword and shield, and the 1 with the dagger.
Okay.
Are they over here?
Yeah,
now?
just give the dagger one the crossbow from the other one.
So Cheryl, oh, you're still on the.
Yeah, so you just do drop down, and you can switch it from zombie to skeleton sword, and then you just go to hit points and you give it the hit points that it should have. So 8.
8.
And then crossbow, we do another sword.
Yeah.
And that one's 8. Also, I foolishly, because you asked, added your amount of hit points for a mummy if we ever got
I need
one.
that mummy, man. That mummy, 30 hit points.
I know.
I'm gonna say goodnight to my kids real
I'm gonna
quick.
put
All right.
I'm gonna put dagger there actually, so that all the swords are together. And there you go. You got 4 happy little skeletons. 3 of them with swords, 1 with a dagger. The hit points are in. Data is all on the left for ya. I'd want to rearrange these.
Okay.
though.
So
You sh-
I got 3 swords and a dagger.
Yep.
I like it.
And small shields so they can parry.
And small shields, yeah.
Alright, now we just need 5 more with shields, 5 more with spears, and we can have a small formation.
As you raise the skeletons, Jimby, since you raised them, can you give me an awareness check?
Success.
Where this, like, you know, as the slowly, oh yeah, I'll let you go do that.
No, I'm here.
Okay. As the slowly as the corpses raise and kind of like stand to their feet, you notice that in a couple different places in this little corridor, you know, landing outside of the castle gates, are like footprints and like hand marks on the ground, very large. I mean, you would say, you remember when you raise the giant skeletons? These are like slightly larger than those. It almost looks like, when you start to connect the patterns together, kind of tracks it with Amala saying like a large human crawling on hands and feet, because where the hands are marked and where the feet are behind them, right? So like, but they leave these little indentations in the soft stone.
Freaky. Don't like that.
So more giants. That doesn't sound very good. Stay inside now. Come on, get inside.
How tall is this tower again, or how tall is the castle?
It's about 3 stories.
Okay.
I clearly pointed out to everybody else that they don't see it, and let them know. There's some big ass shit in here. If y'all ain't see that.
Looks to be markings of the Guardian. But he is out there beyond the. Let us hope that the people fight valiantly and hold him off.
Oh, so these are the marks of him leaving to go join the Freya.
Possibly, yeah, or like just like they're like indentations that have been left over in time from him moving around. So if you see them, then you know like kind of paths that this thing may have taken. Do you all step inside? What do you all? What do you do?
Were the prince going in or out?
Out.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I mean, we gotta go in, right? That's
Yeah.
We gotta.
Where destiny leads us.
Yeah. Destiny's dumb.
Inside the archway, inside the front room, there's this kind of hall of arrivals. It kind of feels like it's a 40-foot by 40-foot space. It's square, immaculate, kind of polished sandstone. There are 2 doorways on either side of the, let's just call them the north, if you're facing the north wall. Either side of the, what I would say is your west and east wall. But the north wall has a large opening with 2 Kibrian-like statues standing, male and like kind of female, like warriors, knights. And then that hall, there are stairs leading downward, like deeper into the structure. Who knows where the halls to the left and the right go? And from directly ahead of you, where the stairs descend in, there are along the walls, there are light flickering glow of the sconces. So there is some dim lighting in the space, and you hear like deep chanting farther into where the stairs go down. Amala and Camila are able to let you know that this is like the kind of the hall of arrivals, and that the going down, like the 2 spaces off to the side, those lead to the upper chambers. The staircase leads down to the throne room, and then they know that throne room and then other compartments of the like the queen's chambers and different things like that, like banquet hall and all that. And then there's another staircase beyond that room that leads to the library. So since they know the kingdom, you know, they're kind of telling you where he's probably at. But you're welcome to explore the castle as you wish.
Nope, lead on.
Suddenly, out of one of the hall, like the doors, like a few Kibrians like stagger into the room, and they see you all, and they have like crossbows in hand, and they bring them up, and then they like slowly step aside, and they realize you aren't like husks, and they both are all talking to each other. Like one of them is like, I must get to my daughter, and he says, I must get to my wife, and you know,
the Queen's Guardians running amok. Go help them.
And they go running past you. And you realize they were coming out of a room that, to the wall right there, had they been husked, what you realize is there were slits in the wall. They had crossbows, and there was like a kind of an ambush, you know, space. But them being like freed of there, they run past you.
We dehusked them. So.
I feel like all these people, if we would have waited longer, would have been coming to ambush us.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have been able to hold out for as long.
Or at least we wouldn't have had the time. Remember, we were almost thinking of skipping that last glyph.
So, as they begin to descend the next set of stairs, they come into this space, and directly ahead of them is this long hall. And there seems to be these like U-shaped wooden banquet hall like table, and then you know, directly in front of you is like a large column that goes very high into the, like, you know, 40-foot space. And as you go around that column, what you realize, it's actually a throne where the queen and the king sat on. The throne itself for two people was like connected. It was like one stone bench wide enough for the king to sit one place and the queen to sit. And
cute.
This space though is now, it's the queen sits there. Remember, you talked about her in the way you heard Camila talk about her in the way that she described the queen had almost become a husk herself, but she doesn't move around. Like she just kind of sat on the, like, defeated, sat on her throne one day and then like never got back up. And now you kind of see her in her glory, you or like a lack of thereof, Queen Sashra, this once sacred, you know, queen and warrior, still in her fine armor, her once very beautiful shining ebony skin is very like ashen and gray. She kind of sits there with her head tucked down with almost like a half helm crown on, and these kind of like trinkets and like almost like charms that hang off of the crown itself. And she doesn't look up. She doesn't seem to even be breathing, but she just kind of sits there with a very long blade in like a hilt next to the and Amala goes, "My queen." And you could tell that it hurts her every time she sees her in this way. That's when Makeda notices behind the queen on that wall the final glyph burning and etched in red.
A lot bigger than the other ones. Makeda's gonna look around the throne room, look up at Kazan, who she's hiding behind, and do a kind of like, Can I go? Should I go?
No, God, I need bash.
Amala goes, "Wait.
Like we're gonna blow some dust to find the laser tripwires. Like,
I don't mean to stop you, and I more than anything want to see my queen. This curse removed from her." But she says, "Look," and she points to the floor, and there, those heavy footprints and patterns are all around the room. And there is a space in the stone next to the Queen's Chamber where it almost looks like where you see the indentation as though that is where maybe the Guardian like guards or lays beside the Queen. She goes, "Right now, to sure knows that there are agents in the city, us, you, trying to stop him. But if he knew we were in the castle, the Guardian would be here. If we continue, now at the far end of the chamber, there's another set of stairs going down into the library. I am simply only asking, if we do this, do we call? Will the Guardian come? Do we alert to our position by freeing the Queen? Or do we use the art of surprise and continue on? I could be wrong.
The Queen seems like a badass. Like we want her on our team.
I think we need to save the Queen.
she was a great warrior in her day.
Or Makeda stays at the sigil, ready to purge it, while the rest of us sneak down. And then we ambush him while she breaks it. That way, if it gets broken...
That way I'm alone. That way I'm alone when the Guardian...
Yeah, James ain't never gonna stop putting you on the work. What?
That way I'm alone up here with the sigil when the giant beast comes looking for a little bug to squash, and he's gonna find little old me.
I mean, you can do... What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like... Kazan said, it feels like we gotta save the Queen. Like, we're here. Might as well.
Can Ashton go alone to go confront the evil wizard?
He can.
Bye, Gramps. Bye, Pops.
Aww, not Pops.
Is that what... I mean, is that what Ashton is doing?
Pop.
Like, do we see him, like, walking? It's a large... You know, I'd imagine would see the wizard, you know, walking away and heading in that direction. Would they stop him? Would they say anything? Would they...
Like, Ashton, Grandpa, Ashton. Trying to, like, grab his robe as he goes by. What are you doing?
Time is of the utmost.
Yeah, so just give me a second. Just give me a second and I'll... Carefully, like, Makeda doesn't... Can I, like, check for traps, like, on the floor? Like...
Give me spot hit. Give me a spot hit check.
Compacts dust into the air to see if there's laser tripwires.
Is anybody doing the same thing with the Makeda?
Yeah. I'll hope.
Okay, you won't be able to roll. I'll just give you. You're helping her, so she'll take a boon.
Yeah.
Boon. Spot hidden.
It would be better to ambush him while he doesn't know we're here.
Damn it. Okay. Thank God my spot hidden is maxed out, because otherwise that wouldn't have worked. But spot hidden success. Barely.
Okay. There don't appear to be any traps, any physical traps. I think what lingers in your mind is that it's simply the glyph dropping might just be what draws the creature back to the castle. But there's no physical traps in the room, or even like magical like traps. Yeah.
She's hopping from flagstone to flagstone, wary that she maybe missed something. And then she gets to the rune. This story.
He laughs as he just walks straight.
Makeda looks behind her like, calm down. Little pause on sigil, and is going to tell the story of Khalid's wife, whose name unfortunately escapes me during Khalid's wife appreciation month. What was her name?
I will bring it up here for you, Shirley, because it's escaping
Malcolm doesn't
mine
even know
too.
her name.
I believe it's Mara. But if let me check to see if I'm correct.
Is it Mala? No.
It is.
Check notes.
Macalo, Captain. I have it here.
Dum. Looking at the.
It would be at their town. Can't seem to navigate Legend Keeper quickly enough anymore. Things have. Come on. Oh, come on. Why are you being like this? All right, let's see. I haven't even found it under the.
I'm trying to look.
It would be Mata and her
Mata.
son Tibu.
Tibu. I will tell, inspired by the queen on her throne, I will tell the story of Mata, who after being abandoned by her husband, choosing godhood over her, is going to be raising.
She went with him.
But he wasn't himself, Malcolm. He changed. He raised her from the dead only to deprive her of his true self. You know, there's tragedy there. It sells.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're right.
And talk about the double throne that seats two. The queen who now alone guards it, just as Mata now guards the legacy of the man who was once her husband, but now is this god. And which version of history is going to last through the ages? The story of the man and the woman, or the story of the god and the wife he left behind? Spiritually left behind. Not physically.
She tells this tale, and go ahead and give me another check for dispel. This one
Success.
will be at a bane.
Ugh.
So you can keep that one success and hopefully get lower.
Other success. Thank you.
Okay. With that pushing and the magic kind of freeing the light kind of comes back. That red hue no longer bathes the background of the throne. But the queen doesn't move. She stays in the exact same position.
Can I go do a little snap in front of her mummified face?
Yeah, kind of. Shit, did it Amala goes like, did it not work? Why is she not moving? Maybe, and then Camila goes, maybe it is too late. Maybe Ashton is right. We should go.
Can Jumbi sense whether she's dead? Can I try and find a pulse?
Could I, Malcolm?
You can give me a Bane healing check. Healing is not healing, and this would be like a medicine check to understand what's going on with the body as a necromancer. I'll give you a straight roll, since you're a necromancer.
I succeeded.
Okay.
Barely, but I did.
She appears to be neither dead nor alive. She is like an advanced stage of a husk. She almost appears to be almost more stone than living. But then you do notice that her complexion is slowly returning. Ever so slowly. And one of her fingers moves for a second and grips the handle, the hilt of her blade.
In a good way.
And at the same time there's a cough and a sigh, almost like the spirit that would escape you've heard corpses kind of jump in the same way. She seems to be returning, but
would you say she's
not immediate? It's the advanced version of the husk is like a mummification, but because of that, it's not. It's like the magic is working its way. It's not immediate.
Yeah.
And the clock continues to tick.
Do we want to pick her up and take her with us?
How heavy?
Because now I don't want to leave her.
So
in this
here's the
room with
thing.
guardianship.
She's also twice as long. She's basically the people who had them. You don't know why this is, but the magical effects on them have made them large. So she's the size of a giant. Remember, I said there was the seat was wide for her husband. She's as large as she's almost larger than the seat. She's hunched over. sitting in a throne that should be for two.
Okay,
She's
time to motor.
She's the size of the big. She's the size of a giant. So she would be on the board a large space. She'd be she would fit a 15 by 15 square.
All I want to do
says,
is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All right, we should motor. We should follow Grandpa.
Yeah, I think so too.
From a distance up above you hear like in the distance that one of those like and then what do you do? What are you doing?
Going to the library.
Okay. How do they descend? What's the order that they're? I mean, like it's the staircase is going down another 30 feet. It's wide enough. It's a 10-foot wide staircase. So if there are two people side by side, what's the order? What's the marching order?
Ashton in the rear. Skeletons first.
Skeletons first. Ashton in the rear.
Kazan and his skeleton backup dancers.
Dakarai and the would imagine be next to
and they're
Kaz.
doing the
And
doing
then,
what's that dance from Swan Lake? They're doing the dance of the signets.
I was thinking Michael Jackson from Thriller.
That also. They're doing behind you the entire way into the room. And then I'm behind Kazan and the skeletons.
Okay. As you arrive down the stairs in the hall, you find yourself in a space off center, like a hall. As you enter, there's this large open space leading to the library. Like you're in a angular hallway, which I'll show here momentarily, with sconces along the wall, dimly lit. You can hear the chanting. You can hear the sound of those mechanical clicks of the iron choir inside, and you can also hear the chanting in a deep, deep speech of a man who is deep in thought and concentration. A ritual. There is a very dark, sickly green hue emanating from the doorway. And as you almost like step forward and look through, peeking around what's in there, there's this large, like cylindrical, it's like an orb of light. And then at its center, it almost seems to be like a green, cylindrical dome, almost like a magical placenta. And inside of that, something is kind of slowly growing inside of it, being birthed from another dimension, from another side. You can't even make out, but you realize that Tashur is like deep in this ritual casting. And right behind you, just happens to be on this polished stone floor, is a large black massive opening in the floor. Where that goes, you don't know, but that's like this large black and can I have stealth checks from all of you, or sneaking from everyone? And if you have chainmail or armor, it's gonna be at Bane.
If you are, it's translation. If you are Kazan.
Yeah, and Dakarai. Dakarai needs to make one.
During Ohan Appreciation Month, Malcolm. Wow.
Crazy.
I'll roll for Dakarai.
You guys are always just so disrespectful. Well, I failed that by one number.
The creaky old bones.
I am successful.
I am also
clankety
successful.
clank, clankety clank.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
So with some of you making noise and some of you setting up, those of you who failed will find yourself taking the last cards in the first round of initiative as you stumble into fray, and Tashur like turns around, sees you, and he goes, "How are you here?" And he's at this like table with a book open and these two candelabras on it burning with magical brightness, and he immediately switches around to the other side of the table to kind of create some distance between you, and to maybe even use the stone table, as to give him some cover. We're gonna take a 5-minute break here. I'm gonna set the scene, and then we will
to kill this nerd.
Yeah, we will proceed to battle.
And he's not a husk, so we won't get any penalties for killing him.
This is true.
We're here because we ran our asses off.
How did you get here? I was planning on going, well, we walked.
Pulling down like an Emperor's New Groove, pulling down, they're like, well, counts, it doesn't make sense. How did we get here, Crunk?
I love that movie so much.
Great movie. Rewatched it recently. Holds up impressively well.
Oh, man.
And it's like we watched it in reading groups, like a tight 90 minutes too. Like you don't get like movies that are like 90 minutes, hilarious consistently anymore. Everything has to be 2 hours long. It's so annoying.
I agree. And I'm like hearing the runtime of Doomsday, and I'm just like, come on, guys. I got a bladder. I'm old.
Like yeah, if they brought back intermissions, I would be less. Like I had to take a break in the middle of Nosferatu. Like, just give us intermissions again. Like,
but intermissions, I'm surprised that they don't want to do intermissions, because
they would sell. I was thinking they would sell more candy and like
they would sell way
popcorn.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It'd be way easier to get all that stuff.
Oh, 100%. And then because they expect people to buy more, they lower prices. I would definitely buy more popcorn.
See that? See, there it goes.
AMC, hire us.
Where am I?
What you working on, Ohan?
I'm playing games right now. I got a PlayStation Portal, and I'm just enjoying being able to play my PS5 again.
Which plan?
Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
When that game came out, they've added a ton of stuff since then.
It's now I feel it's a solid like Fallout game. It's like they really like took out a lot of those things that really made it feel like an online MMO, just an online game in general. And I'm just really scratching that itch. I was really hopeful that the remake of New Vegas would come out.
Are you watching the Fallout TV show?
Oh yeah.
I just watched when I was packing up. I started watching the first season. Super good, actually.
Yeah, the second season's even. They just renewed it for 6.
For 6 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, apparently they have a long script, very big plan for it, and
That's awesome.
to lead into Fallout 5, which will probably come out maybe after the series is done.
Huh. Crazy. All I know is I tried to play when I first got into gaming. I had a laptop. It wasn't very good. So I would play like old games that I would get on Steam. I got Fallout New Vegas because I heard it was really good. I started to play it, but then I had a problem where enemies would spawn, but they wouldn't render. And so I would be getting shot at by enemies I couldn't see.
Oh no.
And that it turned into either I was throwing dynamite at them from a distance and then sprinting at them and hoping to live, but it stalled my progress considerably.
That's hilarious. Yeah, other than that, I painted a Deathclaw for Project Wise.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, irradiated. Very
yeah. It didn't come out as black as I wanted, to be honest.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Definitely.
And then I got a Master Sword.
Nice. What's the lore? Isn't it that Deathclaws were like geckos that mutated or something funny? Like
chameleons.
Chameleons.
Yeah. And then one thing that's pretty cool is I designed a plaque for the cubicles in my building.
Oh, yeah.
And the building person liked it so much, it's going to the vice president. They might want to buy it. A bunch for the whole building, so I'm excited for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my wife is trying to get me to up my prices for this one. Because I'm really bad. Like I wanted to sell them for like $2 each, and my wife's like, they're selling like for 20 each on the internet. And I'm like, yeah, will they buy that though? But so
yeah, everything's worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
I mean, or they can go on the internet and buy them for $20, or they could buy them off you for 17. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No,
Exactly.
I'm gonna do something good, but I'm excited. It's the first like sale I've made in a really long time.
Man, I bought a PlayStation 5. I played Ghost of Yote for a few weeks, and then I don't know why, but like I kept going back to my Xbox because I play Halo every day for like 30 minutes, at least every day. Every day I play Halo.
Yeah.
So
it's coming to PS5. I'm excited.
I downloaded Fortnite.
No, they got you. The kids got you.
Let me tell you something. I am locked into that motherfucker, man.
Fortnite, really?
The kids
Fortnite,
got
bro,
you.
That shit it's like the best things about a Halo shooter.
Just let me get one
but
clock,
not. I don't know. There's like it's way more fun than I thought it was. I thought it was a kids game, but I'm wrecking motherfuckers in that shit like all day. It's a lot of fun.
I played it a
Let
little.
me tell you.
I kept killing people too, and I'm just like, what's going on here? And everyone keeps building, and I'm like, no, you're
it doesn't have a super high, like, skill entry to it.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
simple bare bones game.
It's very simple. Yeah, that's what I like about it, because you can just get in, play, and get out. Like that's what I like about Halo matchmaking. You can get in, get out. Like that's what I need. Like I love Ghost of Yote. Like eventually I'm gonna go back to it and finish it out, but like you have to like put time in it, and there's thought, and there's
you gotta travel from place to place.
There's like things to do. In this game, man, I just wreck a bunch of kids and shit, and then that's it. It's like super fun.
Tell them to go do their math homework.
Who failed? So it was Kazan and Ashton who.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ashton failed.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. All right. And then you passed, right, Jumby?
Mm-hmm.
Just pulled the cards, and you're up first. Followed by your skeletons. I need to rush them, and then we can get back. Just finish setting everything up. So I'll share. Actually, before I step away, just what the scene looks like. So you all have just come down the staircase here. Actually, I'll go to a larger shot of the space with your group. Right over here is where the ritual's taking place. Right at the center. Tashur is here, flanked by 2 clockwork guards. And then in the back here, you see the Iron Choir. Every one of these members is an Iron Choir kind of chanting, and then inside of this blue orb, casting this light throughout the room, these burning sconces, this thing, whatever's inside of there, will, if this ritual goes according to plan, will be born into the world. Now, what is also, so in terms of what do you call it, improvised weapons, if there are along the walls, along any wall in this side are bookshelves. The bookshelf can only be used once if you decide to use it, but it's basically you're pulling a random book out, and it's likely that by pulling that random book, you're going to cast a random spell. There is a low chance that you roll a d6 and it's just a regular book, but likely it will be like a random effect. The same thing
Is it
with
hardcover. Can we throw it?
If that doesn't work, I guess you can throw it. Along all the tables have all kind of like alchemical devices on them and potions. If you were to use any one of the tables and to grab something and just use an action to toss it, a lot of times improvised weapons, or if you feel like you have nothing else left to do, those will clatter against whoever you throw them. If you succeed in throwing them on someone, they'll burst and they will cause a randomized poison effect, but it will be random, so you don't know what you're throwing, what you're using. So these sconces here, or these braziers, they have like they can be the fire, what do you call it, like bowl inside has chains hanging over the side, so they can be grabbed and lifted out, and they can be swung and kind of thrown, and they do fire damage, or they can be swung and hit somebody and they do fire damage. But of course, each one of these items, once they are used, they cannot be spammed, they cannot be used again. And then if you are to topple or to push someone over here, you do have you have this deep, empty pit that goes down into whatever dungeon or space is beneath the castle, and that's like right over here. In terms of I should probably do a larger shot of like how all these different spaces are connected.
This is Sparta pit.
This is Sparta pit. It's a good so maybe that shot lets you see how the spaces are connected, but that is where we are at. Oh, and did I just ruin that? Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Game
All right.
plan.
All right. So
We're
then
gonna bomb rush him. All we're gonna do is grab his ass and throw him down the pit.
All we need is that one little motherfucker in the middle, right? We just gotta really fuck him up.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Before that thing is born.
This is a summoning ritual, so potentially his death may lead it to be the final ingredient, where his soul will go into that thing and birth it, and then we're fighting that thing.
Is that a chance?
I have no idea.
Who's up?
Let's see, who is up?
Oh,
Or
Malcolm
the inverse of we kill him, his soul leaves his body, whatever that thing is, that inhabits his body.
Malcolm stepped away, right? So whoever. Okay.
His body's a weakling, though. His body's a nerd. No
What I
offense
would
to my
like to do
spellcasting buddies.
on my turn, just so you guys are aware, I think I'm going to send, because I have 4 skeletons now. I'm going to send all 4 skeletons in to try to go towards that choir, I think, to try to disrupt the chanters. And
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna fireball down the middle, and I'm gonna do it at level 3. So I split it in 3 to try to hit all 3 of those motherfuckers.
That's not how it works.
No? It says
You just increase the damage, you don't increase the amount of targets.
it says I can either increase it by 1d6, or I can throw another fireball, an additional fireball.
Man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, create additional fireball to hit another target within range.
when did you learn Fireball?
Oh, wow.
That's what I was asking when I was making his character sheet, but he has it.
A long time ago, and that's your fault, Malcolm. So
But when did you learn animism?
I think when we were at
Elementalism.
Elementalism, yeah.
It was either when we were with Lockdeer or Locktier, or we were with
Okay.
Khalid.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
You weren't supposed to be here listening to that, by the way.
I mean, my bad.
Yeah, you're gone. You're not on the screen, Malcolm. Where are you?
Yeah, the fuck.
And
We're out here being
underutilizing
vulnerable.
the fireball spell, apparently.
What is wrong with my... Let's do... Oh, I see. You are all...
We're all present and accounted for.
All right, here. Just trying to reset my... screen here. All right.
There he is.
All right. And so as you enter this space, like I said, he turns, and it appears that the wizard is able to still move and kind of speak to you all, but like nothing really falters from the way the magical energy of those of you who are magical can feel, like the presence, like kind of that dark presence still working, almost like and you can see the pages kind of flipping and like the words lighting up on the page as the rituals commence. It's still going. It might put him at a disadvantage to have to cast and things like that while he's in the ritual, but he still has those things available to him. With that said, we can kind of kick things off and decide what's going first in terms of the initiative cards as they've been drawn. It is Jumbi first, and then his skeletons,
right.
followed by the Iron Choir all together, followed by the Clockwork Guardians, followed by Makeda, then Amon Tashur, then Kazan, then Ashton. Oh, you know what? I'm missing all of your... Let's see, let me put in... We're missing Dakrai. We're going to show...
So I do have a question though. So it says on a level 3 fireball, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 4d6 damage, and then because I'm putting it at level 3 instead of increasing it by 1d6, I split it between 3. Come here, say goodnight.
So it would do the full 2d6 damage for each.
Yeah.
You know why you don't know Fireball though? Do you
He does
know
know
Fire?
Fireball.
Do you know Fire Blast?
I don't know. I've been using fireball though.
No, fireball is the level 1.
Oh, that's level 1. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fireball's
Fire
level
Blast
1.
is the next one up. Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure. Okay. Yeah. So what do you?
Not regular D&D.
Yep.
Not D&D.
1 second.
Which I'm about to do a series on Dragonbane and why I stopped playing 5e. I think that's gonna be my like 10-part. Like just do all the top 10
Unsubscribe.
things that I love.
Unsubscribe.
What's
The
that?
top things I love about
Disliked.
Dragonbane.
Unsubscribe.
And one of them is going to be the Rolo system is actually amazing. It's actually perfect.
What's the Rolo system?
Rolo, I mean, think about
Low.
what you don't have to do. Okay,
Low system.
when you look at who when you watch sports, would you rather be number 1 or number 20?
Malcolm,
how do
we're
we
about to be
rank? How do
fighting
we
this
do
guy.
ranks?
We can't get into this
Number
argument
one
now. We're about
is-
to be fighting this guy.
Number 1 is the number that anyone wants to be. We've just somehow made this thing where we want to be a 20. It's like it's
If I was offering you dollars, Malcolm, would you want 1 or would you want 20?
I'd want $1 million over
I mean,
$20,
look,
but like
Dragonbane- look,
That's what
Dragonbane
bonuses
is
are for, Malcolm.
Dragonbane is a cool system. It's super fun, but it's not remotely as streamlined and as
I will-
still
easy as
good.
D&D.
I think
Like 5e,
D&D I believe that D&D is a broken role playing game. It's not a very good role playing game. It's a very good. And even in its tactical fighting simulation mode, it doesn't really do that very well. There's a lot of better systems that do D&D better
It's
than what
super fun
D&D
now.
is a fighting game with some kind of role playing game kind of pinned to the top of it, and that's where I think it fails to me. I'll die on that hill. But you know, it's a game. It's a conversation we could have over beer.
I will release my 10-part counter argument.
Think about every time you roll a d20, you have to do extra math. So every time you roll a d20, you're telling me that it's better to have to take a number, look on a chart to add a modifier to that number, to roll a dice and not ever know what I need to hit. My DM can sit behind the DM screen and make arbitrary challenges. I can go, you can roll a 26, I can be like, it misses. I can just go and misses. You have to sit there for 3 hours and go, did I hit? Did I hit? Did I hit? And you have to hope for big numbers. So
big number good.
The D&D is the perfect game for the DM to cheat, to make the game what I want it to be, because you never really know. And you arbitrarily scale and you feel powerful, but you're never really powerful in D&D. Because when you start at level 1 and you have 20 hit points and you're fighting 5 goblins could kill you, and then when you get to level 20 and you have 200 hit points, the amount of damage is the same. So goblins can hit you 5 times, you go down. The big dragon is going to hit you 5 times, you're going to go down. So you're just adding more math. You're just bloating your game for the sake of feeling powerful. I'm just saying, it does work. It does make you feel, but you're not really, nothing really changing when you have more hit points at the end. In that Tiamat fight, we just had a 6-hour fight because of how much more math we needed to do. Yeah. But she was doing the same amount of damage that a goblin would do to put you down in the first episode. So
I think the gameplay feels smoother though. For me personally.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean? And it's also
every time in D&D I have to stop to do initiative. Everybody's got to roll a die. We got to go through a bunch of numbers. We got to like reorganize, put the whole thing. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. But like, yeah, I'll argue it forever.
It feels like there's some kind of, you know. Okay, I don't want to get into this argument about because I want to fight this nerd.
Yeah,
I like the changing initiative order of Dragonbane.
Yeah,
like in D&D, it's like repetitive. It's like, all right, they go, then they go.
But because that's
you get
tied
stuck.
into how the stats. There's the number side, right? They're smashing. I agree. They're smashing a fighting game and a role-playing game together. But I think smashing those two things and duct taping them together kind of works, because then. Sure, and I like the progression of Dragonbane, that you can be rolling on these things every game to level them up. There's less progression in Dungeons and Dragons, but it feels like I can have abilities that are consistent as a Dragon Age character, or not Dragon Age, as a Dungeons and Dragons character that make it make sense, where it's like, yes, I took the Sentinel feat. That means I get advantage on initiative. That makes sense that it's consistent. It's like, why is Makeda only paying attention to this fight sometimes that she's top card? Why is she sometimes last card? Like, is there a narrative reason for the random scrambling of cards the way that...
That's why she takes veteran, if she wants more control of her initiative, because she wants to be more in control of how combat plays out as a veteran. So she can say, in this round, I won't be random, I'm going to hold my space. Because that randomness is still just a bad roll in D&D, whereas if Ashton has a bad roll and he's at the bottom and he's your magic user, and now for the next hour and a half, he's going last. Every single round.
Because we don't have any bonuses. A bad roll is a bad roll. In Dungeons and Dragons, you'll have all these bonuses that would mitigate bad rolls. But
once you make the roll, it never changes. Remember, you don't get to change the initiative. So one bad roll means one bad entire combat round, entire combat for your character. And it also means you're less interested because you're now waiting to go every single turn.
We wait to go here.
You'll still wait to go, but at least you change initiative. At least sometimes Makeda gets to go first versus like constantly going last.
I think that matters more to a DM than the players though. Like for me personally, here's the thing. Like I played like 2 other different systems too, and like there's like the Star Wars system and stuff like that. All these
Star Wars
systems
system
are cool,
I kind of don't like.
But here's the thing though. They're all cool, but they're just fucking shit that nerds made up just to make shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean? The thing about D&D is that D&D is the McDonald's of tabletop gaming.
Yeah,
and it's made for the most amount of people to play. You know what I mean? The most accessible.
I don't think it's the most accessible game, is what I actually do believe. I don't think it's the most accessible D&D game. I think that's why most people are not playing it right. Like if you look at the numbers, people are not playing 5th edition, or not playing the new D&D right now. Why?
Well, the new one sucks.
So why?
Because the new one pissed everyone off.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people are not playing this game. I mean, I'm not the only begrudging that's not playing 5th edition right now. There's a lot of people. Like, I actually don't know anybody. I know more Pathfinder players than D&D players right now. So I don't know what it is. And
Pathfinder's
crunchy. You all know that's not my game, but people like Pathfinder more than they like D&D, and I don't know.
There's a lot of
I think
Pathfinder people too.
I think it just depends on how you come into this in the first. I think D&D has a lot of people coming into it because it's so ubiquitous with tabletop gaming. Like people
Yes,
who don't.
it's the Kleenex of D&D.
have-
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
and so I
that
think
doesn't
that's
make
the-
it, but that
that's
doesn't
what
make
I
it
mean-
better.
That's what I mean by accessible, right?
Yes, it's an accessible game.
D&D, they know what you mean. When you tell somebody I'm playing Dragon,
And here's where I tell you you're wrong. D&D is accessible. If you don't have D&D Beyond, how accessible is it? Make me a character. Pull out a character sheet, roll some dice, and make me a character. Let's see who beats. Let's see who makes the character faster with
That's
Dragon Bait
silly.
rules or D&D rules without
Malcolm,
D&D
this
Beyond.
is becoming Malcolm. This is apples and oranges. This is
but there
familiarity
is
with the rules.
D&D
I
Beyond.
could
That's
make a
the
D&D
thing, though.
character really fast.
That's
I
like
can't
saying-
make a
that's like
Dragon Bait
saying
character
race-
fast
race
because I
my
don't know
Ferrari
the
without
rules.
the
I'd have to
engine.
stop and
You
look it
know?
up.
If you stopped and looked it up, I believe you would make a Dragon Bait character much faster than you'd make a 5e character. There
But
are
you don't
less
have
things
if
to
you have
do.
D&D Beyond.
But then that's less fun, Malcolm. That's again the fighting part of you, the fighting game guy,
Yeah.
wants there to be less near identical choices that are just skins versus the role player who wants to have the ability to like tinker down to the barest point. Like, yes, this stat means something. Like, you know, I made Aramis with a really low constitution because in his backstory he was really sick as a kid, and now
You
he
have
like,
the exact stats. You have the exact same 6 stats. You have a plethora of practically pretty much
But
the
I mean, all
same
these other things
skills.
where it's like your background, your sub, you know, like you say I'm gonna be a paladin, and then that can inform my character, and then I'm gonna pick an oath, and then playing to that oath. Like I remember talking with you about my.
So you're saying you need more options to be creative with your character. You need more.
Yeah, 'cause
you need
I feel
more
like-
A, B, C, D. You need us to make that for you so that you can be creative. Which I know you don't need that as a player. That's absolutely
Well,
trash.
again, I'm not saying to let me be creative. It's because I'm creative within that framework. Like, remember, I came to you a
okay.
couple of weeks, well, not weeks, it was like months ago. I came to you months ago after a game about Makeda, where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this character because I'm kind of out here picking stuff and I don't really feel effective because I'm not familiar with the game. I feel like maybe I'm playing it badly because I'm not feeling effective because I can just pick anything.
That's
and so
funny
I'm just
because I still feel that way.
so that's kind of, or it's kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
playing Fallout for the first time. I didn't really know what these stats were going to be good for. So I feel like the first time I ever tried to play Fallout, I made a character that wasn't good because I didn't pick useful stats.
Yeah.
Where
But
I feel
that's
like it
also your first time playing the game, so you're
just-
trying to
no,
find
that's
your
why I'm saying
footing.
it's apples and oranges. It's
but
this
your-
familiarity issue. So it's people who are more familiar with Dungeons
But
and
you
Dragons.
pretty much have the art. You can play to the archetype if you want, or you can change the archetype through your role play, right? Like, whereas usually
Same
D&D,
with
you get to a
Dungeons and
point
Dragons.
where you can multi-class, but you kind of then you get people saying, "Oh yeah, this isn't really good to do," because you start to kind of break the mold that you so most people to do well in a character, you need to follow a particular pattern in D&D. You don't necessarily have to follow that pattern in Dragon Bait. So, which I would think leads itself to more role play because there are more things that are happening in your life or in your story that are allowing you to change that progression versus being like, I'm trying to shoehorn something into a progression that is pretty much built for me when I start the game. That paladin progression is built for you. That mage progression is built for you in every single
in like the
D&D
barest
character.
sense, like
But
just that you have certain abilities.
I think that's a benefit. I don't think that's a flaw. You know?
Yeah, like, I think it's- I think
if you can look at like what we're playing right now.
Mhm.
You know, you look at these current characters, like they're not even comparable to the characters we played in the D&D game. Like they don't have the same depth, they don't have the same connection both with each other and with, I mean, at least from what it
None
feels
of those
like, you know
connections
what I mean?
have anything to do with you all choosing I'm going to be a druid versus like okay, Cheryl's paladin. Everything about that character is down to she just chose a everything that Cheryl built on top of it. It is not. I couldn't point to. I never go back to our story and go, oh, that's because when she leveled up at 2. Maybe Cheryl does, but I'm not gonna be because you leveled up and you took this particular feat over this one, which is why you played that character that way.
But
That all that came.
I think you're putting a little too much weight on these like progression guardrails for D&D because the progression guardrails aren't that. I don't find them that shoehorny in a way. Like I don't find them that effective to how I actually play. I think the stats.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The proficiencies are where the actual, and then the actual, like like, you know, with Demetria, I was always constantly trying to insight check shit, but she wasn't insightful, so I'm always constantly rolling 7s trying to insight people, and that's kind of like a fun, the fact that that stat stays the same becomes kind of like a fun character trait, that she's out here in the world. Her insightfulness is kind of the same,
and it helps drive the character.
I'm trying to understand, how is that different from someone who plays a high charisma character in any other like fantasy role-playing game that is based on 6 stats in a D20 system?
Because this D20 system wants you to level up that stat. I could change that stat by, if there was.
But it's going to max at some point. That stat will never go beyond 18, and you'll just be a master at it, just like you are in D&D, and you'll just be persuasion.
But that's the opposite, right? But that's the opposite. That you can't max out the things you're proficient in. You can only get to that +4, and then the rest of it remains chance.
No.
Right?
You can max out everything in D&D.
You can max out everything in D&D.
Max it out to a certain point where it just becomes, if I max out persuasion, then I will constantly get a +5. That doesn't mean
or plus
that
10, right? Like you'll get to a point where you have like a +10 in persuasion, like.
Still +10 in persuasion. If I roll a 1, if I roll a 2,
11.
12. If I roll a 3, 13. Yeah. It's not a really high roll.
The average difficulty challenge in D&D is 12.
And that's if you
so
we're talking
means,
extremes here. We're talking extremes. We're talking like +10s. Rarely anyone gets to the +10s.
Right. Rarely, yes.
Like if you're sticking to, even if you're just maxing out, if you're not a bard, if you're just maxing out, your proficiency will get like a +7, +8. Yeah. Right? Like if you max that out, and even if you're not maxing it out, if you're just sticking with, like, if I'm not constantly taking ability score increases, if I didn't already roll a really high ability to start with and I'm getting all these ability increases, there's still a way to like fail that feels true to like or that feels like it opens up more, like,
I played a 3-year Theros campaign, and at the end, those players were all rolling. They were rolling dice and adding +10, 12 to every single roll. They were rolling
no
25.
But that sounds like you should have ended the campaign sooner.
That's stupid. D&D. So you're telling me your game is broken because I shouldn't play it at the highest level? I can't stand D&D players. They're like the game can go to 20, but it's really not meant to, because it's meant to break, even though we built in 20 levels. What? I don't know. Yeah. Well. Good argument.
Because this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that Dungeons and Dragons is taping together two very different systems. It's duct taping together a system that gives you a lot of like really lush lore to build characters off of. That every subclass has a like little detail about it that you can build into a backstory really nicely. If I level up my sneak here, or if I chose to evade things, you only have so many backgrounds. But with D&D, you can be adding like, what's my character background? What's my character class? Where did I learn this? What's my archetype? Where did I learn that? Like all this stuff, where you have less options for that kind of like.
That's a good point, because I did it. That's like Malcolm asked me where I learned something every session. I'm just like, I don't know along the way, dude. Like, because there's no flow. There's no.
I think half of that has little to do with those choices that have more to do with it's a new world, and it's also a campaign where you also don't know the world.
But then that's to say that D&D has those like micro adjustments that are kind of guardraily in a way. But then you can play with that. You can play with convention, that I'm choosing to play a paladin who doesn't have that typical background. You can mix and match in ways that are new. But then at the same time, they're also trying to make this like statistical system that allows for like stable stable progression according to those backstories.
You could still take every one of those though none of those backgrounds though change the way the game plays. Those are to help you build a character. So you could technically use the exact same kind of framework to build a knight in any game that you play.
That's what I'm saying is that they're trying to marry these two things together that don't really go together in a way that feels cohesive. And maybe Dragonbane's system feels cohesive between the way you like role play a character with this progression.
I see what you're saying.
You can pick things up. So I think D&D is trying to do two things that in your view can't go together very well without affecting each other, or don't need to be duct taped together like that. But I kind of prefer that.
I see what you're saying.
That it gives you freedom at the same time that it possibly gives you a lot of scaffolding to work from, because we can be creative and we can come up with whatever we want. But to have that scaffolding, it's so much easier to even play with the archetypes and change conventions. And
I also think it depends on a player too, because you get players like Jameson who I don't think it matters what system a player like Jameson is going to be in. That's just the type of player that is.
Right.
So I think that certain systems just cater to different players.
Plus, I will say whether I do believe we're saying Dragonbane to 5th edition or 6th edition, but when it comes down to it, I actually do believe that I wouldn't say D&D to Dragonbane because I believe that all these games are D&D. They're essentially any D20 system is. I say we're playing D. So pretty much whenever people ask me, I don't say I play Dragonbane. I say I play D&D. If I was playing Shadow Dark, I'd be playing D&D. If I played Morkborg, I'm playing D&D. They're all D&D. But 5th edition is a different version of it's, you know, because I think all these games are essentially D&D. I mean, we've got death rolls, we've got all essentially the same things, but like in a slightly different streamline.
It bums me out sometimes how much you hate 5e, man.
Oh man, I really do. I really do. I wouldn't.
It bums me out.
I really
we have
do.
some great times in 5e.
And we have, but you know what? As a DM, I don't think 5e it becomes broken, and the more you DM it, the more obvious over the years. Once you hit level 10, it just gets really hard to like to every encounter has to you have to tailor things monsters either kill everybody or they're broken. Yeah, I'm constantly having to tinker with stuff because this monster now is too weak. And I get it because that's because D&D caters to the players. They give over the years, 5th edition gave the players all these options. And you got to remember, there was a day when D&D felt more like Dragonbane. 5th edition didn't have all these classes and archetypes and
not third. Was it 3rd edition?
Yeah, so it'll probably be that one day this game most games probably become that if they live long enough, right? I get it, but it felt like the business model was to give the characters more, which just means that DM needs to do more work, which is the problem in DM, which is, you see over the years they never catered their DMs, which is why there's so many people not DMing the game, which they need people. And believe me, I need 5th edition for what I do in my work. I would love for 5th edition to be doing well. I may not love it, but the entire industry hinges on how well D&D does. So I'll give you that. I want D&D to be a good game. I want, as a DM, to love it. I just got to go back to it. And every time I pick it up, I go, yeah, let me put you back down. One day.
I feel like this argument we always have about 5e feels very anecdotal because my experience as a DM.
I feel like we're not going to have a fight tonight. We have just I'm so sorry.
I tried to stop you.
We're going to end it. We're going to end it. We're going to end it on the next one for sure.
Yeah, we got to fight to count.
But I think this is a good conversation to have, especially at this point of where we're at. You know what I mean? Because I think Dragonbane, I wasn't sure about it for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool system, and I think it's super fun. But
you also are one of the best to try the magic system first, and then you try the homebrew magic system. Like next time, I would say probably not your jam to do that.
For me particularly, especially because I'm like baby D&D.
Like James isn't gonna love the new magic book because the new ritual spells and stuff. He's just gonna have a field day with that. Which I'll be sending out when we finish this arc. And some of the new, for example, bards now, your bard could easily, now we have harmonism, so you have an entire magic. So you could be, what I like about this is D&D assumes every single bard is this magic user. But in Dragonbane, I could be a regular bard that inspires my party, but that could be a bard that has learned harmonism and now I'm magical. Now, of course, if I'm going to try to exploit the game, I want to get the most out of the game, I want to be the bard that knows magic. But it creates to me, I like the idea of D&D asks you to, you know what you all are saying? D&D scaffolding allows you to create a majestic backstory for your character before you start the game, versus Dragonbane asks you to build the character while you play and to learn while you play the character. The character meets a master and learns his magic or their magic from that master. In the game, right? We all get to experience that character becoming a strong wizard over time.
Which then my final thought about, and other than it really does bum me out when you hate on 5e because I love 5e still. I play it still. I'm like, Malcolm thinks I should quit. Malcolm thinks I should quit playing.
I don't think you should stop playing 5e because I think if you love it, you should never stop anything you love.
Because I talked once, Malcolm, about my character backstory, Cheryl's easy peasy lemon squeezy cookie cutter backstory creations, where you give your character. First, you give them something that they will do anything to get, and then you give them something that they will never, a line they will never cross, and then you make sure that thing is on the other side of that line, and that's how you end up with a...
That's amazing.
That's how you end up with a Demetria and how you end up with an Aramis, but if I'm starting out with no Like,
Cheryl
what
came
will
up
the
with
rogue
that.
never give up? What
Is
will the
that in
rogue
D&D
never give
Beyond?
up?
Is that a background from
No, but I'm saying that
the
without that
scaffolding?
scaffolding. I'm saying that
yeah.
without that archetypal scaffolding, it's so much harder to come up with that because
Okay,
I don't know
I'll give you
what
that.
kind of person Makeda is when we start. I don't know
Right.
how to make that reflected in her abilities.
that's
the
not-
way
why
that-
not? But why
that's
haven't we
that's not
taken that
necessarily
approach?
True, though.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true though, because D&D Beyond, I mean, there are like those things where what do they fucking call them? I forgot. It's been a while since we've been
Like
there.
your backstory, yeah. Like your
But like when you're building that backstory, there are those things that you take where
That's what you're talking about, like those little backstories.
like ideals
like,
and
those
stuff.
little
Where there
things
weren't
like
like
that.
ideals for Makeda to pick.
Yeah, like
because I just
ideals
picked
and shit
scholar.
like that. Like it gives
And
you
it's like,
all
okay,
of
so
that
she's
already,
a
you know?
scholar versus
Yeah.
she's a rogue versus she's a paladin. She's
Okay.
a scholar. And
So,
I'm like,
that's
the
good for me to
scholar,
know.
What is the scholar
Yeah.
here to do? To learn things? Like what is
Yeah.
she here to
And that's the question I want you to answer. And so, yes. And so either it lets me, this is a really good conversation because now I know, because I consider you all such advanced players that like, I don't even think there's players that if I start,
that we're here working hard too, Malcolm.
well,
You must be talking to these guys. I know you ain't talking to me.
there are players that I started with, like we're playing like Dragonbane or D&D, and I was playing Minds of Fandelver. I would probably ask them some questions and some preliminary questions about their character to try to help them build out. But you all, I kind of expect you all to be like in your own headspace trying to make up who this person is. And funny thing, like, okay, for example, I look at the way Jameson doesn't even really know my world all that well, but the way he responds to it, and I'm giving him some kudos because Jameson normally power games the character, but Jameson refuses to take fast footwork. He's doing the same thing, refuses to take fast footwork because he's old, and that's awesome. And then he came at this like, okay, all I told him is like, you have like star callers help people cross the seas. Jameson has built everything around this character, and I just kind of made it canon, like, oh yeah, that's how they do that. I've kind of star callers walk around with like the stars printed on their like robes because of the way Jameson is playing the character. He'll sometimes mention things about the old world, and I'll be like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll take it. And it becomes canon because I want you all to help me build the world. And so in those weird way that this is a good question because you're right. It lets me know that I should be giving you more prompt. That's on me as a GM. I should be giving you more scaffolding then for you to grab onto versus me treating you all like these are the big kids, man. Throw them in the deep end. They're good, right? Like
because there's also
I hear y'all saying I kind of want some more toys in the pool.
And there's scaffolding that comes from like I teach my class on like genre and rhetoric, that genre itself is a form of rhetoric where we have expectations in, and this is like your homebrew setting that we're not experts in as well, which is, I love your setting, but there's something about like,
I mean, that's
you don't have to
that's
love
the thing
it.
too. I don't want to cut you off, show, but that's the thing too. Like I love this setting.
But then ask some questions about it. Come up with some shit about it.
Setting.
Like Jumbi, where are your people from? Like, what do they do? Some like.
But I think the problem is just like
I don't want to step on your toes inventing stuff in your world.
I'm more focused on like what does my character have to do and like what are all these things that I have to do?
Right.
I can't focus.
Remember this. I
can barely focus on the moments that you're building.
Okay, think about this.
You know what I mean?
Most 5e D&D, the average D&D game starts in Mines of Fandelver or in the Sword Coast. The reason they start in the Sword Coast is because they don't expect you to, when you come into the game, to have read all the lore about Faerun. Right? Yeah, many of us know Faerun. We know about Tiamat. We know about the different gods. We know about the different orders. But if you didn't know about that, D&D is a post-apocalyptic setting. It's a really pretty, because all the spell plague and all that shit's happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So what does it allow you as a player to do? It allows you to make a bunch of shit up, and all you need to gravitate to is the basic tenets of fantasy, right? Like, oh, okay, I swear like a dragon. Make my guy used to be from a dragon order, and the DM goes, okay, that's cool. I think that's a cool thing about D&D is you can layer on all that history, or you can be like, I don't know much about it, because the people don't. Nobody. It's like, there's the what do you call it, the narrator that can't be trusted. Like nobody really knows how this stuff all happens. So you get to imply your version of it onto when you first play the game. First time you ever played D&D, you probably didn't know shit about the backstory. You're just like, I'm just gonna be a fighter. I showed up and I want some gold, right? And then you start layering on. So that's the reason why even in my world, I started it in a post-apocalyptic setting. All the shit that came before has been wiped away. Half the people have been killed. So now you get to build on top of that whatever you want. You can even tell me what the people were like from your hyena village, because that's not gonna affect the world right now, but it can affect the future of the world.
And Cheryl, maybe you might kind of feel this. Maybe it's because it's not just a new system. It's a
Mhm.
homebrew, like it's homebrew.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new world. You know, maybe that's the problem. Maybe and like if we would have started with a cookie cutter, like short, you know what I mean? Like a Dragonbane short stint.
We did. That's the one where you got in trouble.
Well, I know, but
I wasn't there.
If we would have been able to play it out,
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
were able to play it out, I think that
Yeah.
I think that would have been helpful,
Right.
because then we wouldn't be focused on like all the particulars. We
Yeah.
would actually be able to focus more on the world and the story, and because I'm having a hard time following the story because I'm so caught up on like I gotta roll for this and I have these things and I'm pumping up these things here and I can do this, but maybe
Next
you know
session,
what I mean?
we're gonna after this battle, when it's complete, the next arc, because the other group already finished their arc, the story picks up a year
Wow.
later. It picks up a year later. So when we pick up a year later, we're gonna reset the
This will be my
table.
transition in
And-
us actually fighting this nerd. Is
Like
that
And
I
Sean,
think
I'm gonna
that-
hop
no,
on a
I
call
think
with you and go
that's
through
good.
like your characters, like just go through the game system, because like, yeah,
I
it's-
think that'd be good, because then we can see where we're at, we can assess where we're at, we can understand a little bit like
Yeah.
like what's happening
Yeah.
more so.
Well, that's
At a bigger
also
picture, you know?
in a grand scheme. This is a fundamental difference.
This is a large world.
That
It
also is a
it very
difference.
much, yeah.
In all of our D&D campaigns, you have been playing a grand campaign module. You are playing something that is pre-written, that even I am rolling with the punches to try to. I'm not railroading it, but in Tiamat, you know, oh, there's a big bad, and we will eventually fight a 5-headed dragon. If you play Strahd, you know that the entire story hinges on going after and eventually a confrontation with a vampire. That is not what we're playing. And so it was like the time I played with Cheryl, and I was just like, I felt like a little tiny person in her world. And when I met that white dragon, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but these people, like, this world is just very large and dangerous. And that is, I think, what like homebrew worlds start to feel like, because you don't
It's
know
like a sandbox.
what's
We're in an
out
open
there.
world now.
Yeah. And I think right now you all are, the way what I've tried to do is take the idea that there's a lot more exploration in this campaign, and it's less like what is the thing that's happened in the story that we need to do next. So, for example, there was a complete story arc to you taking the Queen's job, and you guys turned
we
that
did
down.
not do. Yeah.
So that literally got thrown in the trash can. So you'll never go
Queen.
back. That will never circle back. Versus like if you would have said no to Tiamat, she might circle back. But now the things that got thrown away. Now some of the things that happen, those will run through the story of the world. But you may not ever meet the Queen again. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, so
I mean, we're going back to make sure she doesn't kill Mabina.
yeah.
That's what
So
we're doing.
you'll eventually, I think that what we're playing, the goal, it may, if we fail at it. But like, I think the other group is starting to hit a stride where like, they're figuring out what they want from the world. It's not about the story that they're trying to go through the world. They figure out what they want from the world and then they go after it. So it's a true like adventure story. It's like, what do you want from the world? Do you want to like a castle settlement of your own? Do you want to like retire as a hero after you get to a certain level?
10,000 skeletons.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
right.
want to become a
Army.
necromancer
I
and
want
build an army
I
of
want an
skeletons?
Army of skeletons. Yeah, exactly.
Those are the questions you need to start asking yourself. What I would say, start thinking about, and not what is the story Malcolm's trying to tell. Because I'm just telling the story of the world is just.
This is out of our
the
respect
world is just
and esteem
worlding.
for you, Malcolm.
The world is going to world, and if you don't go save Gondora, it could fall and crumble today, and the demon lord could walk around, and then no one can go to Gondora anymore, because when you show up, guess what? Old dude has a demon lord that lives there, and that's just is what it is, you know. And like now you've helped me establish a new part of my world, so it's. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answers, but this is good. I'm glad we had it. I'm sorry that I broke the game by arguing, but I do think something good came out of it.
This is really fucking good. This is super good.
Here, this is my transition point. This is my transition into killing this guy. Is that I have heard you, Malcolm. I listened. I am making my new Makeda figure in a fighting pose.
I like it.
Not in a role playing pose. I specifically made her in a fighting pose because we have spoken about my predilection for role-playing pose minifigures.
And you know what's funny? You think about Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones would be in Dragonbane. Essentially, he might start as a scholar, but who goes out going into these dungeons, and then he has to learn to essentially be a thief. So he has to level up his sneaking. He has to level up all his acrobatics. He has to level up his spot hidden. He has to level up, and then so now at some point in the world, he started as the scholar. He's got a couple like he's got the intuition, like which way is the treasure. And that's what he started with, but he essentially ends up being this melting pot. He ends up being like a thief and or a rogue, and that's kind of cool because like that's just how I see the game. You know, I get, but you could build that in D&D too, right? You could do the same thing. You just kind of build it with the scaffolding that you all are talking about from the very beginning. I'm thinking of it more of like if I started playing Indiana Jones from the scholar level, he'd be like, man, he'd be shitty for a while, you know, till he got chased by a few villagers and stuff like that.
What you're saying is important too. Like I think we should be thinking about what we want out of the world. You know what I mean? Because I think that's not something that D&D asks you.
Yeah, it asks you just to be an adventurer.
I think that's a really important aspect too. Like that's I didn't even thought about that, but that's really important because D&D never asks you what you want out of the world.
Bro, I have rules that are ready for this game if you all take a stronghold and just camp. You can take a stronghold and just start to live in that stronghold, and then the people will come at you to take it. People will want to take your shit. You know, adventurers don't get to live comfortably for very long. D&D never allows you to live out the life and actually get to a comfortable state of adventure, and then experience people coming to take what you have gotten.
Right.
This game is actually because Dragonbane is kind of based. I also use Forbidden Lands and Forbidden Lands, I think it's called. And that game, I take the rules from there for like it is more of the idea of you are essentially just rogues and raiders in a lost world. You're not even necessarily heroes, right? You choose to be a hero, like in this game, you know. And this game is better it actually forces me to go against a lot of my intuition because I usually scoff at the players every time I wag my finger at you all when you guys do when you act like shitty people, because I'm like, aren't you supposed to be heroes? This is the game where you don't have to be heroes, right? Like you don't have to save nobody. Y'all can leave Gondor and be like, hey, yo, we don't need to.
Like that other group of miscreants.
Yeah. No, this is the Wednesday group, Malcolm. These are the Care Bears you're talking to.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll ask you all this: if we feel like the momentum is broken, do we want to play through one round, or do we want to call it and kind of like?
Let's end on a good note.
Want to do one round of combat?
Yeah, one round of combat. Let's kick this nerd's ass.
Let's do it. Let's do one round and then we'll close out for the night. It'll be that one round will probably take us till 10 o'clock. What's that?
Can I just say that I like Dragonbane way more than
thanks, Ohan. Ohan gets inspiration.
It's too late. Get out of here.
The fights go on so much faster. The rules make sense to me. I like the melting pot whole thing. I always play every character learning on the way I go because I can never set it up in the beginning. So that's it.
Good stuff.
Right, I'll take it. Discord, I posted cute photos of my cat.
Oh, nice. Let's do it. Oh, Megatron.
Jumpy, fireball.
His head really is shaped like Megatron. I used to didn't understand why you called him Megatron. But that is Megatron. Dude. Why throw away your life so reckless? That's Megatron, bro.
Toe beans too. Big fan of them toe beans.
Like in the little like right here is like where the like.
Yeah, dude. He looks like Megatron, bro. I don't care what Cheryl named that cat. That cat's Megatron, bro.
On Wednesday nights, every other Wednesday night, he is Megatron.
That's right.
Oh man. All right. So Jumbi, looking at the board, what would you? Let's see if
I'm gonna fireball those
shoot.
3 dudes in the middle. 1 fireball each.
Hold on, let me see if my camera's.
Do we go over if you have fireball?
I'm gonna do like the the Karate Kid, the swan kick.
Oh,
instead of kicking, I'm gonna Hadouken.
Wow! It must be one of those nights. I don't even have. I have Jumbi's character. I left it downstairs, so I'm gonna put you.
Wow!
Dang.
That's fucked up.
That's messed up.
On Necromancer month too.
Yeah.
Maybe a princess? What am I, a princess? What is that?
Oh, you know what? I do have you. I have your ghost figure.
Oh shit.
Ohan printed me. I have like one of these for every character. That's just like
you enter ghost mode.
It's perfect. It's perfect for that episode that has to happen at some point where you have to fight your shadow self. These are going to be all my shadow self characters.
Wow.
But so yeah, moving forward enough to get within, being able to view.
I just need to be within 300 feet. Right?
Yeah, 300 300
So
feet.
I don't want to be.
Okay.
I don't want to be. Whatever it is. What is it? I don't know.
It's probably
I don't
enough.
know.
I mean,
Probably
these
30.
this is if you stand here, it's literally 30 feet to these guys.
30
so.
feet. 30 feet. Yeah,
30 feet. So 5, 10.
But how
Wow,
far
look
does
at-
Fireball go? Fireball goes far though, doesn't it?
No, if it says 30 feet, then that's where you need to be. And
Oh.
it's fire. I can.
The Fireball
I'm looking
only
at it
goes
right now.
30 feet.
Because it's not D&D.
That's probably.
And
what it
there is a way to level it up, but that first
is. Is there?
fireball.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because this game has prerequisite spells that you learn new spells from. So, fireball is, which it's kind of D&D's fireball is that fireball like it emanates from a point in terms of ball. This is actually a fireball you throw and hit someone with. It's a different, yeah, which is how it kind of used to be in one of the older versions of D&D. I also
distracted. Fireball.
I also love Counterspell in this game. Magic Shield is the doper version of Counterspell. We can talk about that after game. But so yeah, do your fireball. It
I'm
is
gonna-
going to
I'm gonna-
be. I'm looking for it here. Thunderbolt. Oh, fireball. So rank. Are you casting it at a level power level 1, 2, or 3? Power level 1 is going to do 2d6 damage. So power level 3. Okay, that's the max. You're gonna spend 6 willpower to do that.
Yeah.
You're looking at adding an extra d6 for each level, so you're looking at 46 of fire damage and 20 meters, which would be like, that's more like 60, over 60 feet. So you got plenty of range. And it's a word and gesture. And so you got to roll against your elementalism number, which was probably weaker than your necromancy number
I
skill.
don't even have it. Wait,
Yep.
what's my elementalism number? Hold on.
You have it. It's there. It's in orange.
12.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. So you got to roll 12 or under for this to
Because
succeed.
your magic is color coded to the schools of magic on your.
There you go.
I have a genius helper.
We're gonna
Yeah,
sure
17.
build Dragonbane Beyond, so we
I
can all.
rolled a 17.
Dragon Bane yawn.
You rolled a 7.
17.
17. Oh, so you can push. You know, fundamentals of this game. You could push and
What do I
take a. Push is just to re-roll the die.
And then you take a condition.
And you take a condition, but then
I'm
that
gonna do it.
condition will make all skills associated with that stat a bane going forward until you clear it. So you got to think. So you probably want to do a dump stat like maybe intelligence or charisma.
Yeah.
No, he's a spellcaster, not intelligence.
Not intelligent.
Yeah, not intelligence. Sorry.
Maybe agility.
Which there. Sorry. Yeah, because then there is some of the new. All of the spells are are intelligence in this game except for harmonism, which is charisma based.
I got a 4. I passed on the second one, so. I'll
Okay.
take it again.
So the and you're targeting the main guy
Well, no, I'm splitting it because I'm doing it in 3. I'm gonna split it between all 3 of those guys there.
Okay, so you send an arrow from your hand and focus target. The fireball can be dodged or parried. A range attack. The fireball inflicts 2d6 damage and sets each power level beyond the first increases the damage, but it does not say you can turn them into different targets, can you? Oh,
No,
wait.
it
Oh,
does.
yes.
Yeah.
Creates another fireball that hits another target within range. Okay.
So all 3 of those guys should be in range. So I want 1 fireball each.
I'm going to magic shield.
Ooh.
I am...
Which one?
I think it's the spell itself and not the 3 fireballs. So because then magic shield, I would need to.
Shield. All 3 of them can't magic shield.
Oh no, I'm just Shashur is gonna magic shield. His goal is to stop your fireball. If he can cancel the whole spell, then none of the fireballs are gonna work. Does that make sense? So they're not 3 separate spells. They're one spell with 3 separate fireballs. You interfere with a spell cast by another mage. The spell is a reaction that breaks the initiative order of combat, but does not replace the action on the round. So I'm not losing my action this round to do this, but I am consuming willpower to do it. So you cast after the opponent rolls to succeed, but before they roll any dice, which you haven't damaged dice. If it succeeds, the power level of your opponent's spell decreases by the power level of your magic shield. So I'm going to cast at power level 3, so that could bring you from 3 to 3, 2, 1 to if the result is 0 or less, your opponent's spell has no effect. You can also use the spell to stop magical attacks of monsters, which reduces damage, which this isn't a monster. So let's see what I get. I'm gonna roll so you all can see it. I'm gonna choose his
Well, hey, that's a lot of willpower away from him.
yeah, I'm gonna use 6 willpower, and
Drain him.
that is a success. It is barely a success, but it is a success. He was very he is a 17 spellcaster. So Jumbi has pretty much competing magic with each other. He pretty much drains his willpower to you're forced to push
Aang
him
and Ozai, red and blue.
Yeah, and he's and like pretty much like he absorbing that fire before it hits him and his clockwork men, and it just kind of like turns into like mist and steam and evaporates against like the blast shield that he put up for a moment, and that's it. Good shit. So he's down 6 willpower though. You at least know he's lost 6 willpower. I'll mark that. So nice. So these two competing wizards, you often don't go hit toe to toe with wizards, so this should be interesting. Skeletons though, Jumbi, you got your skeletons.
Yeah, I want the skeletons to rush in there and to go after the chanters.
I think skeletons move a total of 20 feet, if I'm not mistaken. So 5, 10, 15, 20. If are they dashing? Because that would get one of them in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
I want them
4.
to go towards the chanters, though. I don't want them to go near those.
Oh, you want them to go towards the. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just because there's 2 guardians on either side of him, right?
Yeah.
So you want them to go around them. You want them to go after the Iron Choir. Got it. Yep. So then, now one of your skeletons will notice. I kind of hit him. There's one clockwork guy walking out like right here. So just so you know, if you want to keep going, the chanters are all back here.
See that dude
there, there's a guy hiding right there.
All right, so one skeleton will go towards that dude.
This one lock up with him. Okay.
Yeah, and then the other 2 will try to go and make their way inside to get.
Yep. So then the other 2. So then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your crossbow. Your crossbow could stand here and take a shot. I don't know if you want.
I thought no.
Crossbow's dead.
Oh, crossbow's dead. It's just dagger. Is it dagger guy? So that's why I can't. I must have got it. So yeah, I'll treat him. I'll have to remind me that's dagger until I replace him next game. So he's just going in like right there. Yeah. Actually, probably be like right there. Okay. So rushing skeletons, kind of slowly clattering around. Let's see. Iron Choir members will. They kind of and then they together while boosting. I don't have a marker or a die. Basically, imagine I'm putting 1 marker on the ritual as that light grows stronger, and then they also are inspiring anyone within 300 feet. So any fighter, any rolls on their team gets boon until the end of the next round. So they've just booned their anyone like to assure everyone. Makeda, you are up next.
Am I?
Am I? Oh, sorry. Clockwork Guardians. Then Makeda. I apologize. Got him confused there for a second. So
see, this is ethics. I agreed to not go.
So that might be good because you don't want to be in here and then they target you. So I guess these guys will go. Of course, they're gonna probably try to stop the skeletons. So they march forward, one catching a skeleton here. They are it's funny because in a weird way, the artificer, the magical artificer type, one is made of cogs and metal and the other is made of dry, brittle bone. But these unliving machines kind of go clashing. These tools on either side between these 2 wizards go clashing against one another. The Clockwork Guardian will make a strike. What are their abilities? I shouldn't be sharing that with y'all.
Screen cap it.
Let's see. I am going to. They've got defensive /. I'm not gonna do anything because they're fighting skeletons. So we'll go with regular strikes here. Equipment we're looking at longsword. So we're gonna roll to strike. Swords against one of the skeletons. That is a success. And then longsword damage.
Terry, Parry.
9 points of.
Remember, your sword skeletons can parry.
Oh yeah, they can. They've already taken their action though, so they can't. This one skeleton takes 9 points. I don't know if that. I think their average one has like 8. Yeah, so one of them shatters.
You just got down.
Well, how many points? 9 points minus 1 for. Oh no, they're not wearing any armor.
They only have 8. They only have 8 hit points.
8 hit points and 1 armor, so that 9 would be 8, and that would still kill them. Yeah, they have 1 armor, so I'll just give them the standard 1 armor that all the skeletons have. Next one is going to make another strike. He is going to skill check a swords again. That is a success, and sword damage. Damn, that's another skeleton that is so kind of gets shattered out of the way.
We just got those.
I know.
Are fresh and new.
They're getting Dragonbane. That's what I'm gonna call from now on. They're getting Dragonbane. No, because that's what it's like, right? So it gives me all of these things. So I was able to up all my things and get all these like special powers, right? I've got strong fireballs and I've got 4 skeletons, and it literally nerfed everything.
No, it didn't.
Round,
your
right?
choice did. I'm gonna tell you right now. Rushing,
Sure,
you rush your
okay.
skeletons in.
Sure.
They're slower. They need to they're meant to protect your party. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to make a wall, kind of like how Jameis said. You want to like wall them. There and here's the thing though. Remember this: even for every skeleton that dies, that's 1 attack that you won't take. So, and that's why if you keep them closer to you, they end up drawing a lot of that damage. Because that 9 damage to you, imagine you taking 19 would be really bad.
I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't feel that way on the player side.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. You know,
you're still a new necromancer. Yeah, you don't have a horde. You gotta take some. You gotta talk to Jason about how he plays his necromancer.
Over the year time skip, can we say that every day of that year, Jumbi is raising 3 skeletons?
I'm gonna tell you right now, because the only reason I'm even pushing, I'm pushing back because
Jason's a Jameson player, so that's not really the
only reason I'm pushing back a little, because you got like these group is like they're buying or they're taking weapons. Like you all remember that one time Ohan was like, we don't really take stuff off of people a lot. They're taking shit off of people. They're handing it to their skeletons. The skeletons are armed with leather armor. The skeletons are armed with like chainmail.
Again, that goes back to exactly what I'm saying. Like some systems are better for certain types of players.
Right, and this is a survival system. So you arm a skeleton in this game with chainmail and a sword, and you talking about 4 armor. You know, half this armor is reduced. You give them a helmet. Now they're doing 6. They're absorbing 6 armor. You know, and fighting through. Also, I'm hitting you with slashing weapons. If I was shooting you with arrows, you would get a resistance against the piercing, because the skeletons are good against piercing. They're just not good against the slashing stuff. So I feel you. It doesn't take away how this feels right now, because you're also in a boss fight, and these guys are they're gonna try to wreck you. So I hear you. Fair enough. 1 more sword attack. God, that's a dragon. I'm sorry. so yeah, these fuck. So these guys are gonna be gone. So yeah, that skeleton is gone.
Loyal dagger skeleton. The one loyal.
Let me get rid of that guy.
Good thing though, none of those guys rushed in to attack Jumbi, because he is out there in open, so they're kind of like slowly working their way in. There's 1 skeleton alive, moving, and Makeda is up.
Okay. Let's see. Because where you said the piles of like books and potions are in there.
They're in, yeah. And I'll bring you forward a little bit. So even though I'll treat this starting space as like a starting space, so anywhere pretty much you don't really count as like your spaces don't count until you step off of it. So you essentially, Makeda can start here just like Jumbi did, if that's what she wants to be.
Ashton, do you want my card so you can
oh yeah, do you want to
go in and blast them?
Let's see. Because he hasn't gone yet.
Grandpa getting out of his lazy boy.
Let's see. I can only move 30 feet. Because I'm a slow boy.
Will I get you into line of sight?
It will. If he starts here, it gets him 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that gets him in the line of sight. Just four spaces, 20 feet gets him. If that's what he.
Bastard, Gramps. Here,
Let's
take my
see.
card.
So if I use Master Spellcaster, and he wants to counterspell, does he have to counterspell the equivalent?
already
of
counterspell.
both spells?
He already used his action to counterspell.
No, he didn't. It's just like fast footwork. He can continue to do it as long as he's got willpower. Yeah. So, what I think what James is asking is if he used it, could he counterspell? Should he try to magic shield 2 back to back? Because I think what you're probably going to do is cast a spell, force me to magic shield it, and then twin cast and cast that second spell where he's open. And I think that is fair. I would have to read the rules because can't imagine. I mean, you're using it as a reaction, and I think per action you can only react. I would think you can only react once. So if you were going to twin cast, right, and then I do use magic shield, I think that second attack he would just take, if that makes sense. If that's what he does.
Because the way it was written is it's the total amount of spell levels he was countering. So if I cast 2 level 2 spells, if he counters up to level 4, that would reduce 2 spells to 0.
You interfere with a spell cast by another. So I can't interfere with 3 different spells. I can only interfere with the one spell that I choose. You might cast 3. You might cast 3 because, for example, twin casting would be 3 spells. So I can only try to interfere with 1. So I could try to interfere with the master spellcaster to force you to make 1, but then I still am going to take.
Master spellcaster is a feature, not a spell.
Okay, then fair. Then
it allows you to cast 2 spells.
You just spend the 3 willpower for it. So yeah, so he can't stop that. He can only stop one of the spells. He can't stop more than one of them. Is basically is because even if at 6 willpower, that's the most he could do is stop one of the spells that's coming at him. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying something different?
I wanted Jameson. I had a similar thought. Because I want to do that, but I don't have enough willpower to that would have been it.
Do you have twins?
I could do this, because I have master spellcaster. I took it. But if I would have did it, I would have drained all my willpower and I have shit for the next round. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I need to throw something out. But that was a similar idea that I had. Sorry.
So I will do that. So I'm going to declare that I am indeed doing master spellcaster. So that's 3 of my willpower.
And for the sake of strategy, I don't need to know what the second spell is going to be. So once I know what the first spell, I have to decide if I'm going to try to block it or not. Basically, with that first spell.
So for the first spell, I'm going to do the same thing as
Fireball,
Jumbie. So I'm going to do a second level fireball. So instead of splitting it like Jumbie did, I'm just doing 1 second level at him.
Okay, second level,
which
would be another 4 willpower.
Would he know that Master Spellcaster is on the table here?
I'm gonna take that.
I need to roll to succeed.
I'm gonna take the first spell. So I think I know what James is gonna do. He's gonna upcast the third one. The second spell is gonna be stronger. Yes, yes, he would know.
Actually, no. My second spell is just gonna be frost at first level.
Oh yeah, I want to get rid of that because you're gonna try to freeze the ground, freeze a bunch of and have everybody stuck. I hate that spell, so I'd rather try to get rid of frost than I'll take the fireball. Hopefully, I'll survive it, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Woo!
Hopefully, you
I
survive
rolled
it.
A dragon or not a dragon? What's a nat 1?
Please tell me you didn't roll a dragon.
Demon.
A nat 1 is a dragon. Yeah, it's a dragon.
I rolled a dragon and a 9. So with that,
I like how you're zooming your camera.
Wait, so you had a bane to did you have a boon to the roll? Why did you have 2 rolls?
No, I rolled 2 separate
spells. You're rolling the spells separately. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So the fireball would have been the first die.
The first one, that's the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one was a success.
Shit.
So for that, I'm going to choose to make it so I didn't expend any willpower on it.
Malcolm's camera briefly takes on a touch.
You know what? I'm going. Oh, do I? Yeah. Do I? Do I? No, but do I? He hasn't rolled damage. The rules is written is if he hasn't rolled damage, I can declare.
This is true.
I haven't declared. I'm going to declare, and that's going to be a shit ton of fire damage. So I'm going to have to go with a different play. I'm going to try to stop the fireball at level 2 and cancel that out with 4 willpower. I got to roll. I mean, so that'll cancel the fireball. I'll take the frost.
4 and 2, so that'll be 2 damage, 4 willpower.
2 damage, 4 willpower.
And so if you look at the rules for spell casting, when you roll a dragon, you have 3 choices.
Yes.
You can cast another spell. You can make it so it costs 0 willpower, or you can just double the damage. I chose to not spend the willpower on it.
Okay.
Smart.
Nice. Good shit. Good play. I mean, that hurts him. So how much damage? Let me try to track.
Oh, only 2.
2. Okay.
2 frost. And that's in a sphere around him.
2 frost. Okay. Good shit.
In a 30-foot sphere around.
And then it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't do the thing where it doesn't. The cross didn't hit my other 2 guys or like lock them up or anything like that. It doesn't.
If they're within 30 feet of him.
Okay, they are. So what? Do they need to make a? So that they're just frozen, or they have to make a strength check to get out of that?
Yeah. So it's a strength check on their turn, and then if they pass the strength check,
there. Okay.
Turn is normal. If they fail, they don't get a turn.
Good move.
So.
Yeah. Hey, the magicians are pretty damn powerful. So and now he's stuck too. Now he can't move, but he can't cast. He can't make any actions or.
I believe it can't do actions.
Okay.
Yeah, they cannot heal HP or willpower until they get warm. Humanoids, not monsters, in the area effect are frozen in place and can neither move nor perform actions or reactions.
Okay, so on Tashur's turn, he can do what to escape
get
it?
him.
Just makes a strength roll to break free.
Jeez.
And it's just...
All right, that is going to be... His strength is going to be an 8. That sucks.
Yay. Kill this nerd.
A dragon as he just kind of like warms his body and like shits. Now,
He pisses himself.
does he get his turn? Does they do it at the beginning of their turn, or do they use their turn making that? Sorry if I'm asking
Nope,
so many.
they do it at the beginning of their turn. If they pass it, they get their full turn as
so
normal.
So like these 2 wizards are just kind of going back and forth with their magic as you see some of the like frost kind of shake off of.
They rip open their robes and they're just oiled up and stacked. They are just.
That's the way the old D&D art, like the wizards used to be. They used to be like super jacked, like like
underneath the robe
with the long beards,
white beard.
Oh, also the new magic. I love the new magic book. If you all love magic, it there's a workaround for spellcasters not being able to use weapons. So if you find like obsidian made, basically if it's not higher forms of metal or higher forms of material that weapons are made out of, that's how wizards can like walk around with like long swords and stuff. So there is a way like to like bone weapons, wooden weapons, stuff like that.
Obsidian weapons would be sick.
That's it'd be like a very rare magic
very
weapon.
Jimby aesthetic.
Yeah.
So something to consider, like to think about. All right, what am I gonna do? I gotta fight back this wizard. I am going to cast. Shoot. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt. It's not bolt. I think it might be.
Lightning flash. Is
Lightning flash. Lightning flash is what I'm casting. I'm gonna cast that on Ashton at at power level 3.
Alright, roll to hit.
Yeah.
Because I too have a reaction spell.
There we go. All right, that is a success. What's he gonna do?
Alrighty, so before the damage.
We're just gonna try to drain each other's willpower for like the next 3 rounds until
We're just watching from the margins as these old men just
they look like just Dragon Ball Z. Like
I'm going to cast
Over
Stone
9,000.
Shield at 2nd level.
okay, so he'll bring it down to level 1. Is what he's gonna do.
No. So because Magic Shield counters magic. I'm casting Stone Shield, so I block.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
So
Stone
I get to
Shield.
block 3d6 damage.
This is also something I actually like about. I like the way Magic battles like kind of operate in this game.
All right, 6, 2, and 3. That is.
So I feel like I actually have to be strategic with the Magic, like in a way that, like, oh fuck.
All right, so whatever the damage is, I reduce 11 of it.
Okay, it's going to be. It's probably gonna be 40. It's gonna be 2d6, and then anyone but thing. Oh gosh, she's not there. So. And then it says each power level beyond increases the number of dice rolled for damage by.
1.
Okay, so it would be 4d6. Another random target. I'm just looking at the other random target, which I can't because no one's within 2 meters of you. So it's just 4d6 for you, which that would have been cool if Jumbie was there because I could have hit him with some damage as well.
Wow, during Jumbie,
I know, man.
National Jumbie Month.
Bro, I forgot how we were having a conversation with my other party, how ruthless I used to be as a DM, bro. I used to like kill people like first game out the door. Like I'm so nice now. I'm trying to get back to those ruthless
we made
days.
you nice. I cried enough. My tears healed you.
17 points. So you'll take away 11, right? So it's only
12 because
12.
I do get my armor.
And you get your armor. Okay.
But 5 is still a lot.
So it takes 5 points. So lightning kind of channeling, rippling through the space, landing, and oh shit! I'll have to and I doubled the willpower because it was cast indoors. So I am. That's okay.
I know how you feel.
Fuck. All
Every
right.
character has the same spell.
Yeah.
Am I outside?
Yeah. All right. Chashure's gone. And then he will also kind of move. He'll backtrack a bit away. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of try to get out of the line of sight a little bit, give himself some cover as he continues to cast. As we move to close into the round. So Makeda's already gone. Everybody's already gone, huh? Except
No,
for
I swapped with
Kazan. Okay, yeah. So then it would be you swapped with Ashton. So then you swapped. So then him. Now it's Kazan. Then Makeda. Okay. Kazan, you are up, sir.
All right. Let's take a look here. Where am I at? Oh, I see me.
Yeah,
there.
I can push in. Let me find my camera here. I have all these. Okay. And I'll let's do a little boom. So yeah, you're like this would be like stepping off 1. Everybody's on this like green, but like 5 is like 5, 10, wherever you're trying to go. If you're trying to get in combat, how fast do you move? Are you 6 or 7?
I believe I am 7.
If you're 7, you can lock up with either this guy, or this guy. That's me giving you a little grace because I'm having you start from that very edge corner. You could get into.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start up with that guy, and then I will activate my dual wheel.
Okay.
And then I will start by attacking.
All right.
Pass. Do you want me to do each hit separately?
Because you're doing 2 will. Yes, because I'm going to try to block the first one with a parry using my ability defensive. I think I have defensive. Let me confirm. That particular Clockwork Guardian is like a champion. He has I think he has the defensive. So you may attempt to parry an attack without consuming your action for the round. You can only try the parry, same tech, try to dodge. This ability can be used multiple times around as long as you have enough willpower. So he'll burn 3 willpower. He'll roll to parry. What did I just hit? Don't see the number. A 9. That is a success under his parry on his swords. Now you still get to roll damage. Now here's the thing: if you roll enough damage, you could break his sword. The durability of the weapon.
Ooh.
You could, because he's now blocked the weapon, so you could render the weapon useless if you can roll high enough on damage.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
11. 11. I think I don't think that beats the durability of a. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. That's not damage. But just it's a long sword, which I should have had pulled up today. I normally have I always pull up the weapon sheets because those are the ones I normally need the most, and I did it. So, consulting it really quickly here, it's gonna be. The durability is a 15, so he did not break it. So yeah, he just, but he still, he just blocked that first blow. But now the second blow, I could try again, but I don't know if I want to use my willpower. So yeah, go ahead and make your second attack.
Okay, this is with a disadvantage.
Yep.
Pass.
Okay, I'll take that one.
That doesn't seem right. Hold on. No, that's not right. Okay. What is this sword? This sword's a D8. There we go.
7 damage. Okay, so their armor, you notice, kind of like the skeletons who are resistant to piercing, they are... The hammer specifically, that type of bludgeoning damage, it almost like it's like on that soft, brittle components. So their armor is well, no, if they were vulnerable, he's vulnerable to it, so he would take his damage and then double whatever's left. So 7 minus 4, so 3. So he'll still take 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look into that.
Or I'm trying to think it's the easier way to do that. That's actually something I need to read, because he's vulnerable to the bludgeoning, but he still gets his armor. So do you I think you just double, so it'd be 14 damage minus 4. That makes more sense. I'm sorry. So it's gonna take 10 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's better. So yeah, he takes a whopping damage, and you pretty much smash him in the chest and cleave through where he's bringing up one of his arms, and it's practically like one of the arms is hanging off after that hit, just so you can know how much he's looking like. Another hit could take that guy down.
Wait, I'm gonna laughing like a hyena.
Yeah, nice. Now Makeda, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. How far can I get without dashing? First.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets you right here in front of this guy, in front of the altar. So that's about 30. This is about 30 feet. Yeah.
So in front of the altar, I've got the book that is turning its own pages.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Nerd Boy, and I've got his backup dancers.
Yep. Absolutely.
How important do I think this page turning book is to his actual ritual that he's doing? Is it his spell book? What is it? Is it part of the ritual, or is it his personal spell book?
Give me an awareness check.
Awareness, okay.
Oh, sorry. No. Give me a myths and legends.
My awareness is better, but okay.
And I'll give you a boon because of the help from either Amara or
Sure.
Yeah, what's her face?
Both you called her Kamala earlier, Camila.
Yeah, Camila. Yeah. Sorry to
Mrs. Harris. It's a pass either way.
Okay. Definitely important to this, and you recall, and she goes, "It's the book." You realize that book is, remember, the whatever the book is, the Book of Darkness. It's the only book in the library that Iman was able to read from, and therefore it's the one that revealed its nature to him, right? And while everything else was being cursed, this book he was actually able to read. It it looks like it's shifting to you. It looks like stuff you can't read, but it's definitely important to the ritual. And it could be damaged, but it looks like it has like a magical like force field over it. It looks like if you stabbed it or you tried to cut it with it looks like you might get shocked by it, but you still like you could damage it. It almost like has its own, just like anything in D&D, has its own hit points or armor, kind of class. Like if you're trying to beat a door up. Yeah.
If I grab one of the candelabras, or if I double fist the candelabras next to it, can I stab the candelabras into the book to try and set it on fire?
Sure, I'll take a sleight of hand to do that. And I'd give
a boon.
What's your sleight of hand?
12.
I'll take the straight roll.
Straight roll. Damn.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fail. I'll push.
Do you want to push? Okay.
Yeah, it's big battle time. Let's get my charisma out of here. I am disheartened by how this didn't work the first time. And if it meets, it beats.
Uh-huh.
Yay! Just barely. Passed.
And so you were trying to use the light the pages on fire.
Fire.
And so as you kind of push them into the page, there's like all these sparks go flying off the pages, and you are gonna roll 1d6 for me in terms of fire damage.
Fire. 5. Fire damage.
What are you doing? As she goes, so 5 damage goes to the book, and the creature that inside that like domed begins to like writhe. What are you doing? But Assel, Makeda gets thrown back 5 feet and is prone, and also takes 5 damage. But you can also reduce it by your armor.
Okay, so it goes down to 4.
Yeah.
Quilted armor, yay.
The that token that I had on the ritual, one of them comes off, and the book kind of looks singed but begins to glow again, and that power glow like goes back, like it almost like a new magic reforms back over it, but it is hurt. And you realize that little bit of damage, like can I have from everyone in the room give me an awareness check?
Fail.
Okay.
I'm too busy being prone.
Damn it, I failed too. I'm still pissed off that
Take a shot every single time. I get proned in a combat. I swear to God, every single combat, something's knocking me down.
But remember, prone in this game doesn't take any of your movement or anything. It's a free. You just stand back up.
I just think it's funny to imagine every screen cap of us mid fight is Makeda laid out on the ground.
Nice dragon for
me.
Kazan, you realize that. Interesting that Makeda was able to do that with just a little bit, like a couple flames, like sparking against the pages. Something like a magic of fire could do a lot more damage than than what was just done there.
Do some guys with.
So yeah, you could calling those things out as this is happening. Is that end Makeda's turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Amala, so I think Camila rushes forward. She's gonna get Makeda back on her feet, spinning her action to do that. 1, 2.
Also, I'm making Makeda's mini actually accurate to her height. I realize that my Makeda mini does not reflect the fact that I want her to be short.
Oh yeah, she's pretty tall. Yeah. Amala's gonna lock up with one of the clock folks, and then the dwarf is not gonna make it. He'll dash and make it next turn to use his axe here. If anyone wants to roll for Amala to attack one of the, it's going to be, and also let's see what abilities she has. So this is going to be probably closing out our game. After this, if she's fighting one of the Clockwork Guardians,
kill him.
She has abilities. She has veteran. Well, she doesn't. So she can try to hold her spot. She has defensive. She has shield block, and she has massive blow. So basically, she can wield a two-handed weapon. She can inflict an additional D8 damage, but she cannot move the same round. So she'll have to do it next round if it's still alive. So her basically attack is her Morning Star, and she has a plus d6 to damage. I think the Morning Star does a crap ton of damage, so she'll have to give me her hammer's roll as a 16. If anyone can hit a 16.
Jameson, kill it. Huzzah.
And 13, and the Morning Star is going to do 2d8 damage, so she's going to do 2d8 plus 6 damage to that one. And that too, same thing, vulnerable. I don't know why my camera's doing crazy. It's been like losing it for the past couple weeks. It's going to be vulnerable, so I'll reduce the armor, but then it'll double some of that the damage.
6 plus whatever the modifier was. If you said 6, so that'll be 12 total.
Jeez. Okay, so 12 brings it down to
5 and a 1.
Yep. So yeah, he's gonna be destroyed. So she kills that one. So that opens up the space. 2 of them are down. Well, one of them is hanging on for dear life. All of them standing there, preparing to getting in close with this creature. Get in with Tashur and trying to keep this, whatever this thing that's being summoned, at bay. Before, as they are preparing for
Malcolm's
what happens
dragon
next,
shelf.
there is a sound from above upstairs where there is this, like, from the oh yeah, the camera's just fucking doing
from
weird
the
shit
shelf
following
from
me.
the shelf where the dragons
Well,
are
from where the dragons go. We'll just, so I don't have to be distracting. So what ends up happening
we can be
is,
distracted by anything, Malcolm.
I know,
It's tomatoes.
from above the staircase that you had just ascended, you hear clanging and fighting. Kind of, you can hardly hear it over the droning of the iron choir, but it becomes these massive, like something above you upstairs is fighting, something rolling around, and then down those staircase rolls, slamming into the, and then kind of gets up on all fours in front of Ashton, is the Guardian, preparing to climb forward, but that is when the queen lands down on the top of him, his neck, and drives this long blade, skewering it directly through his back. She seems whole as she like drives it down, and this thing roars out in a ton of pain, and then throws her off of it, and she kind of rolls and comes to a bit of bear behind Ashen. And as she stands up, she kind of seems tired. She doesn't look mummy, but it looks like she's been in this state for so long in the husk. She's like in this heroic state. This was her last hurrah. Her skin glowing. She's kind of this auburn, it's kind of like gold glow over her. And then she just kind of goes back gray again and begins to like collapse into like ash. Like,
No.
And the only thing that's left that clangers against the ground is her long sword. She did a shit ton of damage to the creature, but it stands there writhing around. And actually, no, what I meant to say is when she comes up, she collapses, but the longsword is still driven inside the creature. So it's like it is radiant blade inside its back. And that's where we'll start round 2, where we'll be adding the Titan to the scenario. So we'll end there. Good game. Good game with a discussion in the middle.
Show me the freaky guardian thing. Hold it up to the camera.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing is freaky
It's
looking.
from Dark Souls. James
Yeah,
probably
Lord of the
it's
Boreal
Lord of
Valley.
Vort. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
No likey. Ugh.
Yeah, he like crawls
So-
like a dog. Like, you probably know the
Alright, so
lore, the Dark Souls lore of this guy, right?
So we got a dodge roll to the right towards his weapon, and then you just smack him in the ass.
For real. Dark Souls, the board game, is so fucking hard. It's just as hard as the video game, and it's even more punishing because you end up setting a game up. You know those big elaborate board games to set up a game for like an hour and then have to break it down for an hour, all because you know you're gonna lose. It's so defeating. If you want to feel defeated, Sean, that is the game. I've beat it a couple times, but
I won't play them shits. I won't do it. What's the other game they made? They made a samurai game, right? Fucking
oh yeah, I hear that's the yeah.
No, that game fucking sucked. It was so hard.
So hard.
So hard.
Get good.
I don't do this. I don't play games because I want to fucking get the shit out of myself. I play games because I want to beat the shit out of things. You know?
Yeah.
You know, then we just can't play those games.
Goose just ripped this off my roommate's door. The doorstop.
No.
He reached under the door with his
Of course
paw.
he did. Yeah.
Ripped it out.
And the queen model was
get
the dancer of the
The
Boreal
dancer of the
Valley.
Boreal Valley. Yeah, using her as the. Yeah, a lot of like for this section of the world, for this particular
Violence.
curse, a lot of inspiration taken from, from like the Dark Souls aesthetic at least.
Is that where the queen figurine is?
Yeah,
from
the
too?
queen figure is from Dark Souls as
That one looked
well.
more
She
familiar,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Nice.
kind of she's.
It
Yeah.
looks super cool.
Ooh, do you have the Dragon Slayer armor?
I do, but he's downstairs in the garage. In the I'll have to. We'll hopefully see that one sometime in the
On our
in the
side, right?
future. Yeah.
Oh
Hopefully.
fuck that! I don't want to go up against that thing. Like that's my favorite armor set from the game.
Yeah.
That and Artorias.
Yeah, y'all will probably be proud of me. I'm using much less. I've stopped using. I'm trying to stop using AI, but it sucks because I never can
forgive you
ever.
for everything.
But when I go on Pinterest to find things, all I can find
It's
is
all
AI
AI
stuff.
stuff.
So yeah, I just like use other people's.
I had this conversation with there was one point my
I'm
friend Steve
trying.
was moving out. I was like, I wanted to give away stuff, and I expressed to him a concern that I was giving away stuff that once I passed it on to the next person, they might get rid of it, and it ended up being a thing where it's like, well, then it's their sin, you know?
Yeah.
If I go to Pinterest and I take an image that was already generated by AI, then that's not my sin. You know, it's the person who generated it.
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He thought that was stupid, but I'm saying that in this conversation with Steven, that was my.
I mean, because they've already used the water and all the stuff, so like the image
They
is
already
there.
stole
You're
from
like,
the
yeah,
artist.
you've already like, yeah, you're like, I mean, and here's the thing. Well, I've always had a harder time. I guess I'm trying to consider the environment with AI, but when it comes to and stealing from the artists, I consider, but also I'm not like selling a book. I'm not trying to create a product. So like D&D, we've always used art in D&D
Do you
games
pay for
as
AI?
I was paying for Midjourney. I just stopped. I just stopped
Then
my
you may not
subscription.
be making money off of it, but they are making money.
Yeah,
off of it.
I just stopped my subscription like a month ago.
Yay.
But
So proud of you.
but I like, but like you in D&D for years you find art online or you find art in a book. You take a copy and then you like, oh, I want this to represent an NPC, and you usually don't tell your players, oh, this is the artist so and so. You just show the art. So I'm like, is it really stealing? Because in D&D you're just kind of cooperative. You're having a cooperative story. You guys, unless you're Critical Role or you're like making money off the game on a grander sense.
Or
I
if
don't
you
know.
got the art by paying someone who stole it.
There you go. Yeah, I guess that would be so. I don't know. I might have to use this from time to time when I just need
I
certain
forgive you
things
for all
like
of your 5e
maps and
opinions.
stuff, but
I steal all my maps from there's a Reddit community like r/battle maps.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
sometimes there will
and-
be like for battle maps there will also sometimes be
Here's
people
the-
on Patreon who will just like that's their
Are
whole
we
gig
still
on
recording?
Patreon.
We are. I'll stop recording. There's also